think I'm ready. It's been a while. Hi Mitsuna. I guess I should open some references, maybe. But then also, wait, hold on. I have an idea. I'll make another window for this one. Oh wow, that's big. Oh, eh? Wait, what? Hello? Hello? Is this better? Oh, wait. I'm not quiet, the music is loud. Wait, is this better? Hello? Yeah, okay. Yeah, clearly it's been a while. Oh, hi Fang. Hi. Give me a second. I'll put you guys on a background. It should be this one. Oh. Oh, I made it invisible. Yeah, okay. So, that's number one. I don't know if I can put all of them on one screen, but... View... Hold on, give me a second. This is going to be a yap session. Like, so much has happened, and I just, like, need to talk about it. Wait, hold on, okay. Can I maybe... Wait, hold on. Can I only make it a single window? Okay, that's interesting. Well, in that case, you'll only see the one that I'm working on. Which should be this one. I am in fact not already setting up. I thought I was ready. Alright. So basically, I need to work on Han Soo-young. I think that's her name. I think that's how you pronounce it. Yeah, basically. And I drew these two before I left for vacation or something, I believe, or maybe after I came back. I don't remember. But I drew her a little bit apart, right? A little bit later than these two, so I feel like she looks a bit too different. But it's fine. I'll figure it out. So I need a bigger tablet for this. It's basically impossible to draw on all three of them at the same time, just because it's too small. I can't see anything. Anyways, Pizza said, I might not stay long. I have to grind in Prosecco. Wait, there's an event going on, or like, what are you grinding? Let me turn off the gradient map, and then some of these effects, and then I first have to figure out the the lighting, the shading on her. I think I want the lighting to be like in this, like coming from this side basically, and being like in this general vicinity. So I think I'll do something like this. But yeah. The events are every week, so yeah. Oh, I see. Yeah, I play Prosecco casually nowadays. It's way too much grinding. I don't know how one of my friends does it every time. She like grinds for the I think she only grinds for the like Vivid Bad Squad events, but she gets into like the top 10 into the top 1,000 basically, like top 1,000 players on the JPN like Prosecco, by the way. And I don't know, this might sound harsh, but I've played I've played against I've played like when you do like the group what's it called? The group battles? No, not the group battles. The no, for real, what are they called? The group shows, basically, the co-op shows. Like in JPN, everyone, like even in the casual level, in the casual rooms, that's what those were called. The JPN are all like, they all choose expert, and all of them like full combo. Right, so I don't know. It's like they're all a step above the EN players. That's for sure. I don't know. Maybe they're like more dedicated, or they have like higher what's it called? Higher, not expectations, like higher standards basically. But yeah, it's actually kind of scary. Like you actually feel bad if you don't full combo in on the JPN accounts. They're like they're a bit scary, to be honest. They're also really quiet. You know like in EN we spam like the stickers and everything, but it's really quiet on the JPN side. But yeah, I haven't touched Prosekai in like months, so I opened it up just like yesterday or something. You know what? The break actually did me good. I'm performing better than I did when I like was constantly playing it for some reason. I think I might want to remove some of the shading over here. No, maybe not. I'm honestly not sure about it. I don't know if I want to like cover half of her face just like in shadow. I don't know if I like that, to be honest. Maybe I'll just like make it brighter or something, like just not as dark. Or the other option would be just to like make it the same color as this, basically. So it's not as harsh. I think it needs to be a mix. But I'm a little bit scared that like she'll turn out too different from the other two. Right? It's like... And she kind of needs like, she needs to be readable at this size, basically. Because I wanted to make this a photo card. Yeah, so I don't think I can do that. Maybe I'll just keep it like this. I don't know, it kind of looks a bit boring if I... Okay, wait, hold on. Let me just separate the layer. For now, the bangs definitely get a shadow. Ooh, eh? Ah. Kind of like this. That one's guaranteed. The shading on the nose as well. Give me a second. I was doing better since I used to play daily, but now I forgot how to log on even 3 times a week. No, that's fine. Sometimes you just like need a break. Hand injuries didn't keep me away, but Gun Kaito rejecting me certainly did. Right, you didn't get him. I do have him on my EN account. I wish I had them on my, like, I missed them on the JPN account. Yeah. Yeah, so if I want to see Night Akito, I'll have to play on the EN account. Gun. No, I said gun. What do you mean? No, I didn't say goon. I said gun. Did I? I said gun. But like, probably too quietly or something. I don't know. Anyways, the last time I streamed was the week before I went to like Dokomi. So it's almost been a month. Okay, so basically I went to Dokomi, right? Now don't gaslight me. You don't. Right back at you. I don't know. Maybe I did. We can like once the archive, the video is up, we can just like go back. I'm like, there's a high possibility of me just like mispronouncing it. Yeah, I've been talking a lot more German lately. Yeah, so basically, I went to Dokomi, and then when I got back, I had 1 day break basically. So I went to Dokomi. I came back on Sunday. I was off work on Monday, and on Tuesday morning, I was like going on to the next trip, and then I came back on Friday that week, and I could have streamed technically on that Friday, but I was too tired. I was too tired. I needed a break from the social interactions, like 2 weeks of social interaction. Okay. She corrected herself midway. Oh, interesting. And then so yeah, I basically went on the next trip, which was like a work trip. But it was basically a vacation, because like my department, because we're the artists, we didn't really do a lot. Yeah, it was really fun meeting like all the people in the studio. And it was like a healthy amount, like a healthy dose of like, you know, social interaction. I was like, oh, I guess I don't really do this a lot because I work from home, from like I work remote. We did have a karaoke session. Yeah, and I think I embarrassed myself, but honestly, others are like, I was just like so surprised that people can just like go out and just be so free and just like have fun and stuff and let it all out. I'm just like, I don't know, I haven't been raised to have fun, you know? I'm just like, I'm like the quiet, like I'm the kid sitting in the corner. I was like, yay, I was like this and clapping my hand like constantly, right? I was sitting like very comfortably, but I was just like very well behaved, clapping my hands. Meanwhile, my coworkers, they're like screaming their lungs out, right? Singing their lungs out. Or like they're like performers, right? So some of them were like even basically like theater kids. They were theater kids basically. So you know how they like they sang like what's that song from Lion King called? The like I Wanna Be King or something? And they had so much fun. Meanwhile, like I sang, I was like, oh fuck, I embarrassed myself. And then I also forgot because I was so nervous that I could technically sing some anime songs that they would know, like Zankoku no Tenshi no Tesu. Anyways, I'm making a list for next time, okay? The songs that I might be comfortable singing. But yeah, a lot of the songs I didn't even know because they are like a different generation. Yeah. Alright, have fun, Mitsuna. Go on your grind. And the rest will have to listen to me just like talk. Lukumi was like a lot of fun, honestly. I met a mutual. She was so sweet, so kind. Also really pretty. But yeah. She like on the second day she cosplayed as Masil from Dungeon Meshi. I'm like, oh my god. What the fuck? Why are artists like also pretty? Like anyways, really beautiful cosplay. One of the like nicer ones to be honest, I think. The rest is just me here. I don't know. Maybe there's someone else who's just lurking, you know? Yeah, I think I'll just lighten the shadows on this one. Because if I zoom out, it might be readable enough. But then also I think I have to just like do a lighter eye color. Yeah, and then I went ham. I spent a lot of money. Wait, who do you not know? Oh, Han Soo-young. You don't know her? Well, you see, I haven't gotten far enough to see her. Oh, hi Tiso. I haven't gotten far enough to see her in this outfit, right? But she's basically, wait, hold on, let me show it to you. Han Soo-young. She is like, wait, that means you haven't like read it. Like you haven't gotten far, I guess. She does turn up like pretty early. That's her, basically in the webtoon, and then later she gets like this Usually she has like this outfit, and then later when she makes her contract, I believe, that's when she gets like this purple outfit, the windbreaker outfit. Oh yeah, this outfit basically. Like the You stop where they crossed the bridge? That's literally like the first scene. It's like the first, yeah, I don't know, like the first 20 chapters or something. But yeah, I guess then you don't meet her. But yeah, she's actually like quite a fun person, I think. I don't even like, I think I got spoiled on her identity. right? So technically, in the webtoon, it hasn't been revealed yet, but yeah. So I'm a fake fan. I'm not far enough. I'm almost like I'm only like halfway through. So I'm in at the like Sword Master arc right now or something. So yeah, but yeah, she is pretty. That's what Dokja said at least. That she's pretty. Oh, I've also been thinking of making like you know how Honkai Star Rail has those like wanted posters? I kind of want to make those versions for them too. Yeah. Anyways, Dokomi, right? My first experience going to like a big con. I think the last time I went to a convention was when I was like 12 or something. Yeah, I was like 12 and I got my period on that day and I didn't have pads, so I had to stuff my pants with like toilet paper. Memories. It was just like a small convention where I lived. So yeah, this one was huge. I got a bunch of stuff. I remember like I was really happy because Shia was there. I don't know if she attended in person. I might have like met Matcha and she sold Shia's stuff. But yeah, I got their art book. Which made me really happy. Because I couldn't buy it online in their online store because they like only ship to America, I think. So yeah. I just like went up to them. I didn't even care how much money it cost. It was like the first station basically. And so I went there and they were like, yeah, it's this much, and I just like shelled out the money and I was like, yeah, thank you. And I left. I didn't like yeah, anyways, it was a great experience. I actually was supposed to like look for some stuff for my little brother, right? Because he was like bring me a souvenir or something, but all of the stuff that I saw, I was like, oh, no, I don't think this is gonna be like something that my brother likes. I had like high standards basically, so you know what? Maybe I'll be able to. Honestly, I'll apply for next year. I want a table too. It might be a little expensive because like one of the like small tables. So basically, I also went there to do a little bit of research, right? And it's not too expensive getting like a small table. It's like $100, but those small tables are kind of like, I feel like they're too small. They're too small to be to get noticed, right? Unless you have like a very distinctive art style. So I think I'll like first time I'll just like get like a properly sized table. You might get unlucky though and then just like end up at the end of the hall. Oh yeah, I met like there were like some big artists there too, right? And they honestly they had like shit locations, to be honest. I don't know if you know Laui. Wait, hold on. Yeah, hold on. Laui. Right? Her. Who does like these like comics and stuff and has like this very like distinctive style. She was literally, wait, hold on, let me draw it out. Yeah, so her spot. It was so interesting because I didn't expect her to get like such a shitty place. So basically, if this is the hall, right, there's like entrances over here and there's just like some small exits basically, but like all of the other halls are kind of like in this direction, right? And then there's the restaurant over here, and then the artist alley tables are basically like all over here, right? And she had like a tiny stand on this side, basically in the last row, when no one really travels. I'm like, damn, okay. And then even Rosuri too, she had like a similar kind of like location like her. Rosuri. And I only saw her when I was like passing by. Like when I was leaving, I was like, oh my god, I didn't know she was here. This artist. Who does like very anime girl type of like art. So yeah. it was interesting. I think the best tables, so basically it was like set up like this, right? And then you have like the main portion inside. And then usually there's like resting spots all over, like over here and stuff. So I think the sweeper, if you're like somewhere in the center, this is where the best spots are basically. Anyways, yeah, I bought too much stuff. I think on the first day I spent like how much did I spend? Like, I think I started off with like $400 and I ended up having like a little over 100 left over, okay? Yeah, so I spent most of my money on that day. I just had a thought and I forgot it. I forgot what I wanted to say. Let's see. Hold on, let me take a look at the shading and gather my thoughts. Oh yeah, I also like on the first, I think it was the first day. Oh yeah, it was. Right, so on the first day, there's also like a Ghibli art print. Oh, well, it's not a Ghibli art print store, but it's like an official, it's like it was like a stand that got like the licensing rights to make prints of like anime backgrounds basically. So like Studio Ghibli backgrounds, Akira backgrounds, Ghost in the Shell's background, right? So they got like the official rights to get like official art printed and sold, right? So I bought one, like a print from there, and then I went to look for that mutual and I forgot my print at our table, and I only noticed once, like in the evening when I got back to the Airbnb, and I was like, oh damn, I guess it's lost. But luckily enough, I got it back the next day, so I literally left without any bad like memories basically. But my travel companions, it was like very interesting traveling with them. Yeah, I was actually like, so relieved. I was like, I'm usually quite optimistic when it comes to that stuff, so I was like, well, I mean, I spent a lot of money anyways, so if I miss a print, it's not like a huge drop in the bucket basically in relation. It's a little bitter, but it's not something that'll make or break me or like ruin my trip, right? But yeah, I was traveling with like friends. Well, a uni friend, and they're like her sister and that sister's boyfriend basically, and they're like so different. It was like such an interesting experience because like I think it's just like a cultural thing, right? Like they do say, like my parents always say that Germans love to complain, and I experienced it firsthand on that trip basically, because it was like whenever they'd notice something or they'd like mention something, it would always be something negative, right? And in the end, like my friend explained to me that it wasn't actually like a complaint or anything, it was just like basically like a statement, right? So they'd be saying like, oh my god, it's so cold in here, the AC is like actually like really cold, I'm gonna like, it's blowing like the way it's blowing, I'm gonna get like sick and etc, right? And I'm sitting there, right, in my like problem solver mode, and I'd be like, let's move, and they'd be like, no, it's fine, and I'd be sitting there like, what the fuck do you want? Right? So basically it's like it always like, it constantly sounded like complaints to me, and I was so confused. I was honestly so confused as to how people could constantly complain about things. And I think it's just like the way they said it. It wasn't like, oh, it's so crowded. Like it wasn't like, it didn't sound like curiosity or just like, oh, I didn't expect this, but it was like, why is it so crowded? Oh my god. Like I like, it always sounded like they hated it there. was like, is this the type of people that I want to surround myself with, right? Because I never had like that experience with that, like that with other people, right? Usually it's more like when we make statements, when we say something, it's more about excitement or like positive type of things, right? And if it's too cold or something, usually you only say it like once, right? And when you say it to like get out of there, like hint at people, to like appeal to people to just like move somewhere else, or like get this problem solved, basically, right? But it was like every second statement they made was like something negative. I was like I think at some point I actually got annoyed by it. But yeah, apparently it's just like a thing that they do, I guess, without any like bad intentions or actual like complaints or something. Yeah, I think it's still, I still think it's not like the best thing to make a habit out of it, because it can be like really it can like, I don't know, it kind of brings the mood down, I think. Especially if you're like not used to it and stuff. And then yeah, basically like the sister was the complete opposite of me. I'm more like optimistic, and she was like really pessimistic. So I think like there was this one time where so we basically ordered prints for pickup, right? We pre-ordered them, and then we would just go to the table and pick them up. And apparently the artist like forgot one of the prints, and she was like, oh my god, like when I come back tomorrow, the print will be gone, and I like, it's my favorite character too. And she was like, oh my god, why is this happening to me? It always happens to me, like this is the worst, etc. Right? Meanwhile, I'm like, oh, I lost a $35 print. Well, I guess someone else will be happy with it. It was just like, and like her sister, like my friend, basically, she was like sitting in between like these like two complete like opposite reactions. She's like, how is that possible? And oh yeah, you know what? Her boyfriend too, right? So I think apparently her boyfriend was just like trying to calm her down usually, but he would do it in like with this tone, like he would do it in a way where he'd like constantly be sighing, basically, right? And he'd be like, it's not gonna be that bad, and blah, and stuff. And I'd be like, are they gonna like, is this bad vibes? Are they gonna like get into each other's hair and like gonna break up? Because this almost sounds like a couple, like a couple fighting. Well, he sounded like he was fed up with her. And I was like, oh, is this something I should witness? It's like, yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's because like my parents always taught me to keep these types of problems at home. So I was like, you can just like put it on display with me here, just like that. Like you can like openly just like show your annoyance with your partner in public. Very different culture. Very different culture. You know what? I don't think I like the way I shaded the hands. I think I don't like the second layer. The second layer of shading. I don't think it's necessary. Yeah, but that was that. And in the end, things got like, there was a little bit of miscommunication. What the fuck? What do you mean, what the fuck? There was a little bit of miscommunication. I actually like thought she wanted to fight me, so I was like, at some point, because I was driving, I turned around. I was like actually angry. I was like, there was just like this incident where basically I made a mistake driving, and then I accidentally drove into like a parking garage where you have to enter and then pay money, and she was like arguing. She was like arguing that I didn't have to pay money, right? And I'm like, this park house clearly states that it costs this amount of money. right? Even though it was like a Sunday and stuff, and there was like no option, and and she kept arguing. She was like, I know for a fact that there's like a law that like where you're able to leave, etc. And I was like, I already paid the money. Why are you still arguing, right? So at that point, I turned around and I was like, do you want to drive right now? And I think she was just genuinely confused as to why I was like suddenly getting confrontational, because apparently she didn't actually mean anything. Like she just like wanted it, like I don't know, but it sounded like she wanted like to be right, etc. And I like it was getting on my nerves, to be honest, because it was like constant. So but then after that I just like went and cooled my head. I got myself some like nice food and then was like water on the bridge, right? But yeah. No, my Boodle just did 5k damage. Oh yeah, that happens sometimes. Are you doing like the simulated universe? It's probably like the buffs and stuff, right? Okay, wait, hold on. So, I have to take a look at the others. Wait, where's the gradient map? Okay, so basically I did have like this layer of blue underneath the shading to make this a little bit more vibrant. No, it was without buffs? No, I mean not buffs, but like blessings, right? What are you playing? Oh yeah, talking about like playing games. I wanted to, like, I still haven't started playing Zenless Zone Zero, but a friend of mine said it's like, the gameplay is more fun than Withering Waves, so like he's saying that I probably like it. Well, okay, use Gallagher, Harmony, Trailblazer, Buto, and Bronya. Hello, your arts are gorgeous, thank you! Wait, how do I... Lampon di Moshel? I don't know what that means. But that's a very interesting name. It was Apocalyptic Shadow. What's that thing? Oh, the thing with the... where you have to fight Cocolia and Argenti, right? Right now? Thank you for the sweet comment, by the way. No, you do get buffs there, no? You get like, yeah, I don't know, but yeah, Boothill is fun, but you have to time his attacks in a way where he actually like breaks. Otherwise, he's okay. But I also don't have his light cone. So yeah, probably that. You got his light cone, right? Oh yeah, and then the other reason why I wasn't like I keep jumping back and forth. But the other reason why I wasn't fit enough to stream on the day where I got back from the like second trip was also because I slept so bad. I barely slept the days before that. It's because it like I don't want like it's because my roommate, she snored. Like it's nothing that she can do about it, but it's like I feel like I have a weakness when it comes to people like snoring and coughing next to me. It's like that's something that I for some reason cannot ignore. So yeah, I couldn't really sleep well. Yeah, the first day I was just like knocked out because I was like so tired, and so I didn't notice it. But then the other days, since we stayed for like almost a week, the other days I was like, damn, I can't snore. Yeah, I can't sleep. So I was just like so exhausted. I just like slept for like 12 hours. She really said snort me. It was like, yeah, she snored just like constantly throughout the night. It was kind of similar to when I was sleeping with my grandma. Right, my grandma also snored and I couldn't sleep. And then I only slept when she left the room at like 5 a.m. and I slept until like 7 a.m. because she then entered with like breakfast, which was so sweet, but I was like on 2 hours of sleep. So it was basically like that. It was just like constant snoring throughout the night. And I think it's just like, she also told me she doesn't know how to fix it. But then I was also like, why didn't you say that before we chose the rooms? Because it was like, we could have all had individual rooms. Sorry, I needed to turn off the light. We could have had individual rooms, and and I was like, well, I don't really mind like sleeping with someone else in my room, right? I usually sleep okay, so like I don't like, and I was thinking about, you know, if someone like gets up at night and they need to use the toilet or they just like walk around, etc. I didn't mean like I'm fine with people snoring. So she didn't say anything. She didn't say anything, and then I just like found out that way. I was like, bestie, you could have told me beforehand, and then I could have made a different decision, or like, if you know, like, I don't know. And then, oh yeah, on the last day no, that's foul. I mean, the thing is, she only has like really good intentions. Right? She's like really nice and kind and stuff, and I think she just like honestly didn't think it was wrong, right? Probably because she also has a boyfriend and he probably doesn't really say anything. Yeah. So anyways, and then on the last day, basically when we were leaving, we were cooking most of the time by ourselves, right? So we had a lot of like leftovers, and she grabbed everything that she could, right? And I was like basically like brought up in a way where it's like you need to like pay attention to your image and need to be like graceful and blah blah blah, right? So I was looking at it and I was like, I can't believe she can do that so shamelessly, right? Because it almost felt like she was a little greedy, right? She was grabbing everything that she could, and she was like, oh my god, I'm just doing my like weekly groceries right now. And so I was like, oh my god, is that like, honestly, good for her. Just grab anything, and it's just like for myself, I wouldn't be able to do it. There was nothing wrong with like being opportunistic and stuff, right? It's just like, yeah, I don't know. It was just something that didn't like match up with my not moral, but like my upbringing basically. So yeah. Now I would feel ashamed. I'd rather stop. No, I grabbed some stuff too. I grabbed some stuff too. She got like the big box of like cinnamon cereal. Right? I was thinking like, you know, like because I was like on duty when and brought those cinnamonies. It was just like apparently no one really ate them. And I was like, well, if no one's gonna take if no one's gonna eating them, I'll take them home back at the end of the like trip, right? And then she like came out to the room with the huge box. She's like, oh my god, our like store manager said we could grab and like take things back home, so I'm taking this like huge box of cinnamonies because it's so expensive. I'm like, okay. Those are expensive though. Yeah. So yeah, she grabbed them. I'm like, that's fair enough. I was a little sad because I was like, maybe I can take them home, but I was just like, I was skipping breakfast so I could sleep basically. Because she was always on breakfast duty, so she would like get up like early, and I'd be just like, I'd be like, yeah, I'll just come down after breakfast so I can get like a nap in. Yeah, so I missed that. Yeah, but then I just like, basically I just helped out taking home a few things because like otherwise they would have like been thrown away, or they would have yeah, I don't know, gotten bad because they wouldn't be able to take them back into the office. So I just like took that. And then I was like, yeah, I don't know, I wouldn't like, maybe it's just me. I don't like being greedy. Or like, or I like more like, no. It's not about liking being greedy, but it's more about like, I don't want to be perceived as greedy. Does that make sense? Oh shit. I do need like a little bit of shading for this thing on top of her head, but I don't know if I should do it like this. Wait, why did my music stop? I get it, I'm the same. Oh yeah, I will continue watching this. I like being greedy. I just want people to think I am. No, I didn't say I like being greedy, but I mean I understand being greedy, you know? It's like you save money, etc., and it's fine. You know what I did think was weird though, that she was like, I mean, she's a student, so that's fair enough, right? It's like things are expensive. You're like broke college student, but then also she's like, yeah, I've always been like working. I'm a hustler, etc. So it's like, it's just interesting to see that someone has like so much confidence in themselves, right? Which is like the exact opposite of mine. She was like, oh yeah, I'm really good at this. I'm really good at this. I basically grew up like in a perfectly healthy family, etc. And I'm like, that's healthy confidence, huh? She's like, yeah, just going into like, she told me going into the interview and stuff. She's like, yeah, just like, whatever you want me to do, I can do it, right? I'm like, I would never have the chutzpah to say that kind of stuff. Like, I was like, well, I can probably do this, and if I can't, I will do my best to do the research necessary to achieve the desired results, right? So I'm talking more like this, but she's like, yeah, I'm 100% sure that I can do that. But then also, she's an intern. Like, there's things that I noticed that she's doing, because I work with her where I'm like, clearly she hasn't done this, clearly she hasn't done that, but let's not say it because she's an intern. And yeah, she's gonna learn, but she's like on a very good spot. But it's like since I'm the one implementing her work, I always need to fix stuff. I need to fix stuff, but it's also kind of hard to come up to them and be like, hey, for the next time you work on something, how about you test it out first? You know, like maybe do a little bit of critical thinking before you hand in the work results. And I need to spend time to fix it. But it's like, I don't know. Maybe I should just get used to sounding harsh when I work. Yeah, I just like had a little bit of like bad experiences because people usually don't take it really well. Which I think she would probably take it well, but it's so interesting to see. She's like the exact opposite. Like from what I've heard, her family is like the exact opposite. She's like, basically she grew up in an ideal household, basically, right? Nothing neglected emotionally, just like pedagogically, I don't know, like in pedagogics, basically just because I think her mom was in pedagogics, right? Like grew up like just like as a child should like grow up. The family super supportive, just like no drama, no nothing, etc. Meanwhile, my family is just like typical Korean like drama, but like on crack, with like backstabbings within the family, outside of the family, losing like hundreds and thousands of dollars because of like backstabbings and stuff, cheating, you know, all of that. And I'm sitting here like, huh, interesting. There are families out there that don't have drama. Healthy family exists, exactly. Anyways, I'll be back. I'm going to finish the Proco anatomy course. Interesting. I should do something like that too. I was thinking of doing studies today, but yeah, I'm here. I actually just want to yap. I'm actually not going to do a lot of progress on this one, I think, just because I'm like yapping too much. This is a yap session. I said that at the beginning. But yeah, it's already June. I need to hurry up doing prints. I was looking at stuff and I think I only have like the Miku, Stark, Fern, Frieren prints ready. So if I want to table, I can't just show up with like 4 prints. I guess I can make inventory cuts, but I want to do more Honkai Star Rail characters too, so you'll probably see me drawing a lot of characters in the next few weeks. Okay, wait, hold on. So I need to compare. I already started shading him and stuff. This basically only needs cleanup and like nice drawing for the hair. I think her face is fine, her hair is fine. I think I might want to... Oh, I have an idea. I think I know what I want to do. Maybe add some more like blacks around here. Just to deepen the shadows. We will eat so good then. Hopefully. I think the next thing I also want to draw is this. I'm just not 100% sure who I want to draw. This looks like it could be a Zelda drawing, but I haven't drawn Zelda. I haven't played like Breath of the Wild or anything, so probably not a good idea. Honestly, I was intending this to be Kagaminarin, so yeah. Oh yeah, you'll be able to. Don't worry, Emily. Just take your time. I'm just literally on like a time, not a time limit, but like in a rush, basically. I'm kind of proud of his face. This is like one of the better faces I've drawn, but it's also kind of like not out of my comfort zone, but like unusual. And now that I flipped it, I'm like, oh shit. You know what? You don't see it flipped. But I was thinking, right? If I look at this and I think it's fine, what if people who look at this, they actually perceive it like this? Does that make sense? Like, people who are experienced will probably perceive it like this, and even though it's flipped like this and it looks fine, and they'll be like, it is kind of uneven. Yeah. I think she looks fine flipped. It's just her chin is a little strong. But I can always, like, cut that down a little. Yeah. But I wonder if she looks a little bit too different from the others. I'm not sure what it is right now. It might be the eyes, but I'll paint over it. Oh, I missed the shading. I forgot the shading on the code. I think I'm contemplating whether I should clean up the hand lines or not. I'll paint over it anyways, I think, so I think it's fine. Oh. Okay, so this is shaded. And then probably good to have some shadows over here as well. Eh? Ah! And then I'll just add a little bit of black because of the like cuff from the shirt. Also, I still haven't replied to that friend who just like got really upset at me for giving my opinion. Well, it wasn't an opinion. Basically, she asked me for advice. She was like, should I go to this event or not? And I'd be like, yeah, just go. And then she'd keep like doubting basically and be like, but what of this? What of that? And I would like, at some point, because also I was working on the side, I would like be pretty shocked, because if someone already talks to you like that and you gave them the opinion, right, and they like still like talk about that, they already actually have made up their mind. They just like don't realize it yet. So I was just like basically saying like comfort zone, you know, which was basically like, it's time to get out of the comfort zone. And she's like, and then I was like, don't think too much about it, right? And she's like, you know what? Like, do you even know me? You know that I'm an overthinker, right? And then I answered. I was like, do you want to stay an overthinker though? And she's like, okay, that sounds a little personal though, but okay, right? So she's like, she immediately took it personally, and I'm like, then why are you asking me for your opinion? Anyways. And then at some point I was like, I was kind of fed up, so I was like, you know what, like, I don't know what you actually think of me. And then Yeah, I don't know. It's just like I can't even like. It sounds like so. It sounds so childish. It's so childish. It's so childish. She's like, call me sensitive, but that's just what it sounded like, you know, like sounded very condescending or like something like that. I don't even know. And I'm like, the way like the fact that you're talking to me like this is so immature. And I was basically like, what who do you think I am? Like honest question. And then I just like never bothered to open WhatsApp again. So I still haven't replied to her. Maybe I'll do that once like I finish stream and just like lay down in bed. But I've said that for the like last 3 days or something. So yeah. And I also asked like my little brother or like my mom for advice because they have more experience with other people. And the answer that keeps getting back is like, why do you keep being friends with people like that? I'm like, because I'm hopeful. Because I'm like, they'll grow. Don't worry, Ma. Like, they'll grow. Well, maybe like they can grow without me, I guess. Like, I don't need to witness them at their worst. You know, I do kind of hate this notion of like, if you can't handle me at my worst, you don't deserve me at my best. Because I think it gets like misconstrued a lot. I think it's more for those like situations where someone has like cancer or something, you know? When someone's like seriously sick and can't be like the best version of themselves. A lot of people kind of just like use that to be like dicks or not change or you know, that kind of stuff. And like kind of I don't know. You know what? I think I'm good not being friends with my current generation. I'm not a fan of where Gen Z is going basically. It's not looking good. Oh yeah, and then oh, did I tell you? Yeah, you know about my infection. I after that, like after my trips, I came back. Basically, I went out to eat and then I had like this pimple and I kind of like pressed on it a little bit and it got infected. It got infected. It got so bad. I had to take antibiotics and everything, and I think they're still, apparently they took a swab. Apparently it's like one of those viruses that are like resistant against certain antibiotics. And it's not infected anymore, but I still have the lump left, so I guess I'll just wait until it like gets reinfected or something. So I can go back to the doctors and be like, hey, so can you just get it out of my body, out of my system, please? Because you can't just like press on it and stuff. So yeah, and now my doctors is like, they're on vacation, so I can't actually go. So I'm like, do I just like, if this actually gets reinfected, do I go to a different doctor's office? Do I go to the emergency room? Like, not emergency room, but like urgent care? Or do I just die? So yeah, if I end up going MIA, I probably die because of an infection. Yeah, but basically I went to my dad's place with the infection. You know, wait, before that, my little brother, okay? He this little shit, this brat, okay? So my family found out about, like, I told my family about the infection. I'm like, sorry, I can't. And it's like, I'm taking antibiotics, I'm itchy all over, and it's not looking good, right? And they felt so bad for me. My mom sent my little brother to bring me food from my favorite place, basically, right? And then my little brother came, right? And he brought me the food. And then he takes a step back. And because he saw like the infection around my mouth and stuff, right? I basically had like this Like it was swollen, everything, and people were saying it looked like someone beat me, someone punched me in the face. That's what it looked like, okay? Even the postman, the mailman, he looked at me and was like, "Are you alright? Alright, what happened to your face?" And I'm like, "It's infected," okay? So my little brother, he takes a step back, okay? He takes a step back and he's like, is this contagious? Can I hug you? Can I hug you? I'm like, yes, you can hug me. No, it's not contagious, you little shit, right? Because mind you, this guy, when Corona was going on, okay, when COVID was going on, right, he had a friend who had caught COVID, right? And he went to his place and stayed with him for 4 days. Every single day, he just like hung out with that friend who had confirmed Corona, right? Meanwhile, his sister just like has a small infection on her face, and he's like, is it contagious? That's little shit. I actually wanted to slap her. Anyways, but then yeah, I said like, I went with my brother to my dad's place for his birthday, and we ate food and stuff, and everyone was like, "Oh my god, what happened to your face?" Right? I thought it was like a small gathering, but no, there was like, it was like the whole family. So like, so like there were like 10 people around who just like witnessed me. They hadn't witnessed me like that before, like no makeup, swollen face, and just like looking miserable. Yeah, but it was like really cute. And then also like the daughter, or like the stepdaughter. Actually, like it's so interesting watching kids grow up. She's like becoming much more mature than like when I first met her a few years ago. Obviously, like I met her when she was like 10 or something, and now she's turning 14 or something. Yeah. So yeah, she's growing a lot, and she's like very mature. And then she just like pulled out, because my brother talked to her and stuff, and she wasn't sure about her future and stuff, right? And my brother was giving her TED talk and blah, and we were talking about how she's always like perceived as like very mature for her age and stuff. And she's like, oh yeah, it does help that like uncle, my dad, right? That uncle like talks to me a lot. I'm like, he talks to you? He's like, yeah, he talks to me a lot and explains things to me. Meanwhile, I haven't had a proper conversation with my dad until I was like 20. I'm like, wow, why does she get the princess treatment? What about me? Was I not cute enough to be talked to? What's going on, Dad? Anyways, yeah, but it was also so interesting to see my brother talk, because it was like, he got so into it. He's a yapper, okay? You thought I was yapping? He was talking for like a whole hour straight. And I think he only stopped her twice or something to ask questions. And like there was no point for me to interject, and like even if I tried to give my opinion, I would get like dismissed and stuff. Honestly, sometimes it's a little frustrating. Yeah. I don't know, because he can be very dismissive when it comes to like other people's opinions. It's like, yeah, I don't know. He's at that age, you know, where he thinks he's like figuring out the world, and he's like building his own belief system, right? And then like that's like the first belief system that he builds, and he thinks that's the only one, or that's the right one. Because I think that's just like what people tend to do. They're like, oh, what I believe is the right thing. Yeah, I don't know. It's not something that I agree on. I always think there's always like more than one solution to things, or it's always like it my answer is always, it depends, right? It depends. Yeah, so he's basically like, for example, that's where we always clash on. It's like he thinks going to like university is a waste of time, right? Because you can make more money going into sales, etc., right? And I'm like, it depends on the person though. There is no right or wrong. Because like for a person who's like more adept at like academics and stuff, or like someone who's not good at business, etc., like who doesn't have this business mind, or who doesn't even want to be like rich, you know, who's whose end goal is not profits or like having a lot of money, university might be the better like course. Because like sometimes like someone who wants more like stability, like the stability, the like prestige, etc., they will go to academic, to university. But someone like my little brother, who's more like, who likes doing things rather than just like, I don't know, doing research, like academic stuff, right, desk work, obviously going into like a profession where you can move around and take things into its own hands is more of his type of thing. There are people who are good at managing themselves and doing work by themselves, but there are also people who just like need to be told what to do, and it depends on the person. So it's like, yeah, but he thinks it's like, I don't know, like it's like, yeah, if you want to be like, you'll be the most successful if you go into sales. I'm like, I don't know, like you have to define success, etc., right? But then he's like stop being so dismissive of me. Like, I'm not being dismissive. I just want to let you know that there's a different perspective too. And then he dismisses me, and I'm like, that's just why we like clash as siblings. It's just like different beliefs, you know. It's just the usual thing. But it is really fun talking to people that are different to you. Basically, as long as you can have like a respectful conversation. So yeah, I don't know. I think that's like people that you like to surround yourself with, but also even if there's like a person that you wouldn't be friends with, I think they deserve to have their like opinions and voices heard. But I feel like a lot of the time people just like do the thing where they're like, I wouldn't surround myself with this person, I wouldn't be friends with this person, therefore I wouldn't like their opinion, like I won't listen to their opinion. Does that make sense? And that, I don't know, I think it's just like this like online culture that kind of like perpetuates that as well. It's like they're so what's it called, polarizing. Yes, yeah, I don't know, I'll just like, you know what, I'll just stay off the internet. You know, it was like so healthy being on that like work trip with my coworkers, because I was like, oh my god, it was like a week or two without like, basically from like Dokumi till the end of that trip, I basically wasn't online at all. So it was very healthy. We also went on a hike and stuff. It was like, I just like noticed how bad my stamina has gotten. It wasn't like, it wasn't even a difficult hike or anything. It was just that the terrain was a little hard to move in. So it actually like really exhausted me. I was like, damn. The fact that just like a 2 or 3 hour hike exhausts me is not a good sign for my stamina. And then this part also needs a drop shadow. And then I think we're good, and I can add those like blue highlights. These colors. I think that's all, but there's like, I had so many thoughts while I was on these 2 trips. That I honestly, I don't think I can put them into, like, I can fully put them into words. But yeah, basically, oh, there was this one time, I think that was like the most frustrating thing about the trip, right? I know for a fact that I'll be coming back there for the next time. Oh, hi Mash! Long time no see! How have you been doing? So basically, the most frustrating thing about the Dokumi trip was that I couldn't get to wouldn't go to any of the recommended like restaurants because the three of them, they're vegan. Okay, so all of them were vegan except for me, and all of the restaurant recommendations in like the little Tokyo of Düsseldorf were not vegan. There were at least it wasn't even like vegetarian friendly, but there were like some spots on the recommended list that had like vegetarian dishes where I could ask. Like I even called the restaurants and was like, hey, is it possible to like veganize these dishes, etc. Which basically because one of the restaurant was basically Korean, the only thing the Koreans would have to do is take out the take out the egg, because there's no other like dairy products in like egg and maybe honey, but even like there isn't really like dishes with honey. Maybe the drinks have honey, but they would know. And then so basically they only have to take out the egg because they don't really use dairy in the cooking, right? It's just like broth and gochujang and maybe kimchi, but that just like means they have to stay away from the kimchi, right? Which if it's not even if the kimchi is not even vegetarian, it will not be vegan, right? So it's easy to figure out as well. And then basically I was recommending places. I was like, and they were looking at the bed. I don't know what's wrong with my nose right now. It's kind of stuffy. They were looking at the menu, and it was like a grill place, and they were like, yeah, but a vegetarian platter is not really gonna fill us up, etc. And I was like, we can always order stuff. Like, you don't have to only eat the vegetable grill platter. That's what a grill place is for. You eat a variety of dishes, right? And then like we don't even know if it's vegan. And I'm like, I can go ask them if it's vegan, etc. So I do that. And then they're like, yeah, but like even if they say so, how can we trust that they actually know what it means to be vegan, etc. And like, who knows? And then like maybe they say it's vegan, but they accidentally put some stuff in because they don't actually know, blah blah blah, right? I was like, okay, then we won't go to this place. And they look at other places, right? And you know, like the frustrating part was like they were rejecting all of my solutions, basically, where like I was offering a solution and then they would reject it, and then they would just like sit in silence staring at their phone and scrolling. And then like, yeah, all of these like places, like all of the vegan places would be like Vietnamese. And then it's like how do I explain it? Let me think for a bit, right? And they're like, yeah, but you're Vietnamese, so it would suck for you, and we don't want that. And I'm like, if you guys want, I can come along with you to the Vietnamese place, and then I'll just like order takeout for the food that I want to try. And I know, but that also sucks, etc. That's not like, no, like we can't do that to you. And then I'd be sitting there, I'm like, I was suggesting it, okay? Which means I am fine with it. But they were like, no, like that wouldn't like it wouldn't sit well with them, so they rejected it. So I was like, great, so what are we gonna do? And they're like, we don't know. And then I'm like, you're the ones that are vegan. Why didn't you we arrived the day before, why were you not looking at like places that you could eat at if we knew we were going into the city to eat? Right, so yeah, that just baffled me. That just like baffled me, being so like inactionable. No, indecisive. It wasn't even indecisiveness. It was just like there's like a word that my brother and I use, and it's called like it's like problem thinking. Basically, it's just like they just focus on the problems and they're not looking for solutions. And I think that's the thing that why like my mom or like other countries say like, oh, Germans just like love complaining, because that's what it looks like. they complain about this and that, and then they just like circle around the same problem without actually like moving to find a solution or like taking a risk or something, right? And then I think what was like the most frustrating, oh, there was a different incident similar to that too, but I think what's the most frustrating for me is when like someone doesn't want to be the bad guy. Like they just like move, and it's clearly because they don't want to be the bad guy. And they just like make things worse by doing that. So what I mean by that, I can't even describe it. So basically, I can just give you an example, okay? So at the end of the day, so we were at the con, okay? Clearly, I have a lot of stamina when it comes to just like walking around. Like even though I said didn't have a lot of stamina, but I'm like my feet hurt, but I'm like in the end I'm like I still have like energy to walk around, take a look around the town, do a little bit of sightseeing, right? And we were looking around, and then they were saying like, oh, we're like really tired, etc. I'm like, I was asking like, hey, do you like, let's take a look around town and see what kind of stuff exists, etc. Right? Like maybe we will see something nice, right? Let's walk around. Like it's still early, the night's still like young. The night's still young. And they were like clearly just like really exhausted. And then I was like, well, if you guys are exhausted, let's go back home. Right? Let's just go back home then. And they were like, no, but like then like you won't be like we don't want to deprive you of the sightseeing just because we want to go home. Does that make sense? And I was sitting there, I'm like standing there, I'm like, and I don't want to drag people around just for my own sake. Right? So if we're all tired, I'm fine with going home. This is not going to be the last time I'm going to be here. So I can do it next time. Right? And they kept saying like, no, we're not going home. When clearly they're like looking like this. When they're looking like this. And I'm like, no, we're not. They were so stubborn. And it was just like, and I was like, what I mean is like, they just didn't want to feel guilty about like, they didn't want to be the reason that another person had to like take the short straw, basically. And it kind of felt like they villainized me in that sense, right? It was like, no, we can't go home because you want to go take a look around. And even though they have like good intentions, they're not willing to bear the burden, basically, of having another person like take the short stick, right? So in the end, I was like, all right, then we'll just like walk around, and I'll be like the evil person who just like drags you around, right? I think it's like usually just like give and take, right? Like this time we'll go along with your whims, next time we'll go along with your whims, with my whims. So, something like that, but it was just like so. I think what I dislike about it is just like this, that the person can't be honest about not wanting to feel guilty, and then masking it with this like mask of goodwill, right? They're like, no, I'm being a good person by yielding to you. When in reality, it just feels like they're like, oh no, I don't want to feel guilty about like having a person like not get what they want because of me. So I'll just say like, we'll go along with you. And it's just like, I think I just hate hypocrisy. And I hate it so much I like smell it from a mile away. Anyways. But yeah, usually when I'm like with friends, I like when I'm on like vacation with other people, it's just like really easy to just like split up too. Like we don't have to do everything together. We can just like split up and then meet back up together later. And that's fine. But I think like that concept didn't really exist with the others. So yeah, it was an experience. I think in general, even if it's like not the best experience, I learn a lot about like people just by being with them. So even if like it was frustrating at times, I don't think it was like a bad trip overall. Like I had a lot of fun. And I also don't see them in like a worse light or anything, or I think it's like a person is bad for doing that or something. It's just like, it's just very human. Does that make sense? You know what? I think I did well drawing this eye. I feel like I'm getting, like, it's such a weird thing. I feel like I'm getting better at art at the same time I think I'm not improving. And I haven't figured out what it is right now. Maybe I'm not improving in ways that I would like to improve in, but I'm improving in ways, in some ways. So it's like, it's not stagnant at least. Huh? Wait, what? Why can't I draw over this? Oh, because, okay. Improving sideways, exactly! Hi, Aid. How have you been doing? So I'm so sleepy right now. Bye bye and have fun, y'all. Sleep well, Millie. I didn't know Millie was like... Well, I mean, we should have known. Millie is an early sleeper. Healthy kid. Been taking a few days off, but I've been doing good. Hey, that's nice. That's nice. We all need a few days off here and there. We should all take breaks. Sometimes I like, I don't know, but I always feel guilty that when I'm taking breaks. So I actually like, I think I'm the type of person who needs to be told to do something. Is that weird? It's like, I don't think I can relax until I'm actually until I actually don't have a chance to be productive anymore. Like when I'm on a trip. Does that make sense? So if I'm on a trip, I'll actually just like relax because like there's no I can't get a phone. I can't get my tablet to draw, etc. So I'll just have to enjoy the scenery and stuff. So it's kind of like that. Yeah, I'm always on the risk too. I'm always at risk of not using my vacation days right now that I'm like properly employed and not freelancing anymore. I actually have to take vacation days because if I don't use them, like they just expire the next year. So people keep telling me like, hey, by the way, you still have like, it's like half of the year is over and you still have like 20 vacation days left. If you don't want to just like take off the whole of December, you need to take them at some point. Right. So kind of like that. Yeah. But yeah, I think when I need to take like time off just to gather like inspiration. I took so many photos because we were like staying at a castle. There are like so many great shots and photos that I took that I do have like a bigger repertoire. Yeah. Of ideas and like images that I could make. Right, so when I was on vacation, I was constantly thinking, oh my god, I want to draw this, I want to draw that, etc. Which was great. Frustrating, but also great. So yeah. Right. So maybe I'll be going to Gamescom depending on whether my company needs more people or not. Apparently we got like... No, I shouldn't say stuff. I shouldn't say stuff. I'll have to keep it to myself. You know, I'm really a fan of just like having like matte and opaque like eyes, you know, without a lot of like texture and stuff. So I think I'll just keep it like this. But because these guys' like eyes are like drawn in a different way, I think I'll just have to like paint over hers a little. But yeah, that's basically my trips. Very interesting. I'm actually looking forward to the next trip with my like coworkers. They're actually all so sweet and just like really positive and stuff. They're so sweet. These characters are from a manga. Yeah, Omniscient Reader's Viewpoint. They're getting an anime. I don't know if you've heard of it or if you've like seen it. But yeah, they're getting like an adaptation of the webtoon probably, but yeah. So yeah. And since I'm reading it now, I can finally make some fan art. I've always like, I don't know, ORV fan art always looks so good. I was like, man, I wanna do, me too. I wanna get into it too. Cause I don't know, there's like, they always feel, you know those shows where people just like make biblical looking fan art? There's no other way to describe it. It's kind of like divine in a way. That's what it usually feels like. So I'm like, your style really fits it. Really, thank you. What style are you talking about though, Ace? Because this is like, it always feels like every time I draw, there's like a different style coming up. Right, because if you look at this, and then if you look at the Aventurines that I drew, it's like... I don't think that's the same person. Like I don't think... This doesn't feel like it was drawn by the same person. Like, even the way I shape like lips and stuff. And eyes, and like... Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Well, the shading's kind of different too, so... I think what I need to do, right, maybe... It's just like add a little bit more color, like bounce light here and there. That's what brings it a little bit closer together again. But that's more like final touches and stuff for later. Because right now there's not a lot of color going on. Wait, hold on. I'll show you. I will show you. Basically, once I have the gradient map on. And then I basically like do this and, you know, like adding back color. In like these types of spots and making a bit more tonal. I think that's when it starts looking like my art again. But yeah, I think you have a recognizable shading coloring style. Oh really? That's interesting. That's good. My brother also said that my style is recognizable. But then also like he's not very artistic, so. It doesn't mean that a word doesn't count or anything, but it also feels like, you know, when someone like tells you you're really good at something and you're already a bit experienced in that department and you're like, yeah, I just learned the basics. It's like when it feels like you get Nihongo Jozu, you know? Oh, I love the eyes on this one. Oh, thank you. I do like them too. I think this is a little close to the Aventurine ones. I'm also like a fan of just like doing like small highlights. You know how some people do like there's different types of highlights that you can do in the eye, right? There's like people who do like these big ones where it's like all shiny and stuff, right? And they're like this. I feel like I'd like to do that when it's like when someone's like crying or something. So I tend to like the matte look, and then just like dots, right? So when I drew your model at first, right? I drew them like this, and you basically had just like one color, and then I don't know, like this, and like the small highlights. This is just like my own personal preference. Yeah. Like Chrome as well. But yeah, I feel like this one's the cleanest. This one's still a little bit messy. It needs a little bit of shading in the hair area. And then this is like second cleanest, but the lines on this one feel a bit more thin than here. But I think this is at a point where I can merge it. And I can apply the gradient map. I think I'll do it like this. I'll take this. I'll just merge all of this. And then Just like one by one, I'll just like paste it over. I guess I should technically save a backup of all of this, but it's fine. It's fine. We'll just commit. We'll just fully commit and it'll work out. Don't be afraid of commitment. What's this? I think it's the hand. It might be the hand. Oh no, it's eh? I have no idea what it is. And this one's empty. And then, oh, I also think I don't think I've colored the lines on the hair. It's fine. Okay. So I merged this and then I just need to paint over. Oh, you can't even see that layer, but it's fine. Paint over. Ah, that's why it's like one. And then yeah, later I'll get this like little effect in, and then it's fine. I'll save this one. Something that I noticed that's sort of the milk trademark on my model is the yellow glare on the bottom eyelid, similar to the highlights on that first glare. Yeah! Yeah, that too. I like that too. I don't know if my model has that. I don't think so. Mine's just like very, like pretty flat. It's been a while since I drew that. But yeah, I do like that kind of, like... I do like that thing on the eyelid as well. I don't know, I think it makes things a bit more shiny. I haven't added it on her side yet, just because her colors aren't as deep just yet. Right. But I'll add it to her too, like this little dot. Does that make sense? I think I added that on Aventurine too. Wait, hold on. There's just like some... I should just like stick to my likes. I feel like this is part of me like trying to be adaptive and stuff, or like versatile. Yeah, this little highlight, you know. I think that's kind of part of it. Where it's like, oh, I need to be versatile, I need to be good at everything, so I don't have anything that I commit to. That's what it feels like. Anyways, I'm gonna have fun just painting over it. But basically, I'm just gonna see it at like this size, so it needs to be like readable. It needs to stay readable, because I want to make actual cards out of it, so I can take these to Dokumi next year. I don't know if the anime will be out by then, but if someone comes up in a cosplay, I'll give them a set for free. Imagine everyone's just showing up in a white trench coat because of that. No, but I did see like 1 or 2 Kim Dokja cosplays, which was nice. Oh yeah, and at Dokumi, you know what's really interesting? It was like the cosplayers actually kind of like embodied their character's personality as well, right? So I had like these test prints for my stock drawing and stuff, right? Because I wanted to give mutuals some stuff too, but I actually at some point I got a little bit of like a little bit too scared, so I didn't give one of my mutuals something because I was too shy. I was too shy to talk to them, okay? Anyways, so when I tried to get rid of some, so I would hand any stock that I would see the stock drawing. And they were like usually like a little confused. They're like, oh, okay. Thank you, right? Which makes sense, right? If someone just like runs up to you and is like, take this, and then just leaves, I'd be confused too. But they were usually always a little bit on the fence as well. They were like, I don't know, they were like a little bit suspicious of me. I was like, what does she want from me? Right? Meanwhile, if I were like going up to like Aventurines and I give them the like the photo cards basically, they'd be like, oh my god, thank you so much. And they were like, oh my god, that's great, blah blah blah, right? And they would get really excited too, which is so cute. They were all so cute. There were like some great Aventurine cosplays. I'm so glad I actually saw so many. I was mostly an artist in the artist alley, but so there were some obviously there were some cosplayers, but I think the majority of cosplayers were just like in different areas, right? So Who knows? Maybe there could have been like a lot more aventurines, but I got rid of like half of my cards, which is like at least like 25 aventurines. Yeah, which is great. Anyways, I don't know. Maybe if I go next, like, if I do table, I wonder if I should. Low-key, I want to wear cosplay, but then also there's like, I don't. There's not a huge range of characters that I could cosplay because like, yeah, I'm Southeast Asian. 25 aventurines. Yeah, just an artist alley. Just an artist alley, okay? Who knows? They could have been running around in like other parts as well. Because there was like a Genshin stand in the like gaming hall. And I was just like there just like very briefly. Cause it was like on day 3, we were all so exhausted. Our backs hurt so much. Like I wasn't even concerned about like my feet. I had very comfy shoes, but like my back hurt because clearly my back is not trained because I sit all day. But it was fine. It was fine. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna tank this. I can tank this pain. I had a lot of fun. I wish I could go on more trips, but it's a little heavy on the. It's a little heavy on the wallet. Also, now that I think about it, I mean, I did spend, let's see, okay, out of my own money, right, for the whole trip. I probably spent like $100 or something, maybe 150 for the test prints, which is an investment. It's an investment, okay? Then the Airbnb was like $150, and then just like fuel was like $100 as well. Maybe like a little bit more, and then also like food and stuff, probably another 100. So I all in all probably spent like 500, maybe $600 probably for the whole trip, because I'm 25, okay, but my dad still gives me pocket money whenever I visit him, because he gives my little brother pocket money. He gives my little brother pocket money, like not pocket money, but like money to go to university. And then, but if he, it's like motivational money. Does that make sense? Because my little brother, he's like of the belief that college is a waste of time, right? But my dad thinks it's important to have some sort, like my parents and my, like, so both of them think that some sort of education, some sort of hard skill is important, right? And basically that's like incentive for him to go to school, basically, to college. And because my dad kind of feels, I think he feels bad, or he thinks it's like not fair if only my little brother gets like money, he gives me money too. So I saved up all of the money that he gave me, and basically my dad bought all of my prints. All of the merch that I bought at Dokumi. I think I only spent like $100 of my own money for like merch and stuff. Yeah. And then also I was like really surprised that people were going there and they're like, oh yeah, I have like a budget of $100. I'm like, there's no way I could only spend $100 in Artist Alley. That's like 4 prints. Like if you're only going for the small stuff, maybe 10 things, okay? So I was like, nah, that's gonna cost me a few $100. I know for a fact that I will just spend. I'll be like, no thinking, just buying. Yeah, I did that. Maybe like the thing is, I think there was also like a friend of mine who actually did go to Dokumi, but I didn't expect her to be there because the friend that she, like, her other bestie basically is in Japan, living in Japan right now, so I thought she wouldn't be going. But turns out she was, and she brought back, because she was in Japan just like earlier this year, I think, she brought back the Yoneyama Mai art book for me. I did like a commission for a friend, and she's like, I'm gonna pay you, and I'm like, no, it's fine, right? Because she's like one of my closest friends. I really adore her, so I was like, no, don't. And then she's like, no, I really want to give you something. And then I was like, you know what? Since you're in Japan, maybe you could bring me an art book, right? So she did that for me, and that other friend, basically, delivered it for me. They're so cute, honestly. So next time I think I might actually like want to go with them. Like I'll invite them to come along because I actually like get along with them so well. And then I think I don't know if you get I don't know if you get reduced ticket prices if you're like exhibiting or something, have a table, but it's like I can just like add them to the like what's called the like staff members list basically, and then they'll just like get a ticket and stuff with me. We can do a road trip. I think we'll have to go by car next time too, even though it takes like longer. You know, in German, okay, long is lang basically. So if you say something takes longer, you say it länger, right? So yeah, that's why sometimes I misspeak, because English and German can be pretty close sometimes. Yeah, so even though going by car takes longer, we might go just because I can like carry the prints and like all of the merch and stuff. I've only been to one con, which was AX 2022. I spent so much. Oh yeah, AX was like, Dokumi was huge, okay? There were like 700 artists, okay? I think the artist alley was like, the hall itself was like smaller than expected, but we were there for 3 consecutive days. And every single day we went, after the first day, we just like did the rounds, right? And every single time we would walk through the same aisle, we would notice someone else and be like, oh my god, I didn't notice this artist before, I follow them too, right? Which was crazy. There's like, you could like walk all day and repeat the same rounds and still find something new. So I imagine AX is like even bigger, right? So that must be crazy. I hope you got a lot of like nice stuff though. I still haven't hung up anything yet. I always want to put everything in frames because I don't want to like I want to protect all of the stuff that I buy. But I also am like averse to drilling holes in my walls, so yeah, I still haven't hung up anything. I have to do that at some point. But yeah, it is huge. I had a friend pay for the admission in Airbnb though. Oh, that's nice. It's very generous of your friend. Honestly, once I hope when I get like a little bit more like stable income and better income as well, that I can treat my friends to stuff. Honestly, if I was rich, I would probably just like do trips and pay my friends to go on a trip with me. I'm like, oh, don't worry, I'll pay for it. Because like, if you're rich, what are you gonna use the money for anyways? If not for like your family and your friends and stuff. I mean, I would spend a lot on myself and like things I like too, but then also like I would regularly take trips. And I think that would like make planning trips even more fun. Even if the trips are like, if the trips I take are so basic, I'm literally just going there to I'm just there to just like eat and just like walk around. That's all you need. That's all I need to do on trips. Eat and walk around. Like I'm so simple. But that's like the best part about the trips, right? Eating, walking around, just taking a look. Like like I can be entertained on the most boring streets, okay? It literally just me being outside on the street. I'm like, oh my god, wow, there's trees. The blue of the sky is so nice. Oh wow, the combination of this like white and blue. That's nice. Oh, lots of commissions. Yeah, I was thinking of, yeah, I don't know. Like I'm on VGen, obviously, like you know that. But I don't think I'll be able to take commissions for a while, just because there's like so much stuff I would need and want to do. So yeah. I'll just be drawing a lot. I was thinking of adding highlights, but I think it might not even be necessary. Oh, you know, another thing that I like to do is doing like small highlights rather than the big ones. Let me take a look at that adventuring again. See, even this adventuring and this adventuring, this doesn't look like it was drawn by the same artist. But I think this one was a good experiment when it came to color and stuff. But in the end, it ended up being color based and not like lighting based. So I still need to work on my lighting. Oh yeah, I do like these small highlights, which are more like bounce light rather than like actual highlights. And then if I turn on the grayscale, I also don't like them to be too obvious. So I like them to be lower in contrast, kind of like this. Oh. But it's about placement. I think it's fine to make our hair look glossy. Also, I want to add a bit more texture here and there. This is like very clean right now. So, man, these are actually so fun to draw, but I shouldn't spend too much. I need to like pay attention to how much time I spend on stuff. It's so easy to just like dump time into this. Yeah, I think that's the one thing that I'll never be able to get away from, like drawing. Just drawing. I will be frustrated at my skill level, but I don't think I'll ever stop drawing. Like sometimes sometimes I'm thinking maybe I should have gone into a different profession and stuff. You know, like gone into healthcare or something, right? Like actually like follow like parents' advice, be a doctor or do something in, not even a doctor, like even like something like a pharmacist. I think I would have liked being a pharmacist as well. But I think due to my like own circumstances, I don't think that would have been possible. Just like simply because I think I had no choice but to like try and get it like a profession, a job as early as possible and start making money. Because like we were struggling financially, or like just like we weren't no, yeah, we were struggling. It wasn't like bad that it was like we wouldn't get food on the table. That's like something that would be constant, but it was like my mom would have to like ask other people for money and stuff, right? And I don't think, like, you know how like how what's it called, humiliating. Yeah, it is like, it's a very humiliating act to ask people for money, right? I only fully understood it when I had to ask my dad for money to help me pay rent, because I had to like pay taxes, etc., like debts and stuff, and then I ended up not having enough money, or because my money was blocked. Yeah, my money was blocked and I couldn't pay for stuff, so I had to ask my dad to help me transfer, like pay rent and stuff, right? And it's like such a humiliating act and stuff, so I was like, yeah, no, I can't. Like, I have to get a job, so I have to choose like a profession where I don't study for too long. And if you're like in healthcare, right, if you're studying medicine, you're set to study at least like 8 to 10 years before you, like, I don't know, fully become a doctor or something. Even if you make money earlier on, I think it's like, it almost feels like it's a privilege. And then the people obviously who just like work hard and, yeah, I don't know, would just like, yeah, I don't know, I just like, it's such like a respectable thing to do. Like the people who get like scholarships and stuff, and yeah. As they say, being privileged means that you like have the time. It's not even about like the money and stuff that you can buy, but just like, just the fact that you have the time, like that you can take the time to study for 10 years, right? That's I'd say that's very privileged. And I do have friends who like study medicine and stuff. It's very interesting to hear sometimes that they live alone, you know, they get like they do get like pocket money from their parents, like their parents are stable enough to just like pay their rent, which is just like, I don't know, like even if it's just like 200 300 bucks a month, I'm like, that's crazy. I think my dad would be able to give me that much money too, but I'm like, he also has a family that he needs to take care of. He also needs to, you know, take care of himself, etc. My brother keeps telling me like, sis, if you ask dad for a new car tomorrow, like new car today, he would get it to you, would get it for you tomorrow. Like, you should indulge more. Let yourself get spoiled. But I don't know. It's just like it feels a little bad. But I think I need to like. I need to get rid of that notion because the grandma that works at my dad's place, I think she really likes me, and she was like, why are you refusing your dad's money? She pulled me aside, right? She was like, why are you refusing your dad's money? Are you stupid or something? If you don't take the money, like the money is getting like going to his stepkids and stuff, and those like good for nothings, they're like not worth it. I'd rather you take the money than like see the kids take the money. That's so, honestly, old Vietnamese aunties are so funny. Like, not funny, but like, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what it is, but I'm for some reason I'm always a hit when it comes to like the older folks. I think that's what I inherited from my dad. Okay, I'm liked by old people. So it's like, it's so funny because whenever I was like over at a friend's house or something, right? The next time, like that friend would come to me and be like, my mom really likes you. Like, she literally told me like, why can't you be more like Milk? Like, take a page out of Milk's book, right? Like, she's such a nice girl or something. I was like, I did the bare. What do you mean? I just did the bare minimum. I just said hi to your mom. And like did a little bit of small talk, and I'm like, yeah, I don't know. But I'm not people in my age. I'm a weirdo. Okay, that's why I'm telling you, I'm an old soul. I'm more like the moms and the dads. Yeah, granny. Okay, you know what? That's too much. This one, that's too much. I think we don't need this over here. And then instead, maybe I'll just add more of the blue highlights. You know what was also interesting about Dokumi? Sorry, I keep going back and forth about on topics, but I don't know, maybe you're used to it by now. But yeah, about Dokumi, right? So I was surprised to see sometimes, like I saw an artist sell like A3 size prints, you know, like the big prints for like $5. And I was like, wait, hold on, why are you only selling this for like $5? And she's like, because the like prints of these size, they just don't sell. And I really, because I would expect people to buy the big prints because it just like looks better on the walls, right? And she's like, yeah, no, it's they don't sell well because they're like too big to carry around usually. So like the smaller prints do better. I was like, oh, that's interesting. I didn't know that. And yeah, turns out people prefer like the small prints and stickers and stuff usually. And then a friend of mine also said like, oh yeah, I usually go for the small stuff because I can fit more onto my wall that way. I think that's an interesting what's it called, like thought process, I guess. But it's also understandable. Oh yeah, actually I saw a table that sold Modare art. And I'm not sure if Modare was officially there, or if it was just like a random person selling the art, or if it was like a proxy or something. Because when I was looking up Modare's like handles and names and stuff on the Dokomi app, I couldn't find them anywhere. And I also couldn't find the table anymore. So I might have bought fake prints. But now I have Modare art. I hope it wasn't fake. They did have the Racing Miku art print. I wish they had like the full long format version of that art. I would have bought it. But yeah. They didn't have, they only had a cropped version and I was like, nah. I wonder if I should make this color a little bit brighter. So it's more visible. Instead of making it brighter, I could also make it just like more intense. Because that kind of has like a similar effect. Like raise the saturation, but I have this drawing on 3 screens and it looks different on each screen. But I do have a screen that's supposedly color correct. So I'm looking at that one. You know what? I think I can live with that. And one thing that I'm worried about is that my art seems a little like it's a bit fuzzy. But I think this one's pretty crisp. It's unusually crisp for me. I think this would be nice with some spot gloss. With the red. I actually would love this to be like metallic, but the place where I'm printing it from, because right now I don't have enough money, I guess, or like I don't know where to get it manufactured. Only has spot gloss and gold foil options. So I'm taking the spot gloss for this one. I'm excited to get these like printed. Okay, hold on, give me a second to paint over her lips. This feels like a night where I could draw until like 4 AM. I'll just continue drawing. You know, I think my biggest fear when I go tabling for the first time is people accusing me of doing like AI art because my style is so because my style is so inconsistent. I'm like, is this really the same person? And then I'll have to be like, yeah, just look at my YouTube channel. I have a YouTube channel where I draw live, so yeah. Watch me draw and cringe at me. Yeah. Also, if I was better at talking and articulating myself, it would be over for you guys. I think that's like the most... I think that's why I'm like so awkward, because I'm not very good at doing that. I was actually better at articulating myself when I was like younger, but I think because like of the way that I work remote and I don't really go out a lot, it's like my social muscles, they have like... they're stunted, okay? I haven't trained my social interaction muscles in a long time. I wonder if I could add a little bit of a red highlight to make things even more interesting in this area. think that's fun. That is fun. It might not be crisp enough. You know what, I make these A5 prints maybe? Or postcard size. Oh, this is actually turning out really nice. Wow. Shouldn't be impressed with myself, but I can't believe this. I can't believe I can do this, you know. Because I honestly think my art has peaked, or like I as an artist have peaked in like 10th grade when I was like 16 or something. 15 or 16. Because I feel like even intuitively, I did a lot of good stuff that I kind of like unlearned later in the days. Obviously, like my anatomy and stuff wasn't good, but I was more expressive with like perspective and shots and stuff, I think. You know what, maybe I just need to take inspiration from illustrations, from some like certain illustrations again. Like, I was looking at Project Sekai cards yesterday. I was like, you know what? You're right, I haven't like done this type of drawing in a while. Because I keep trying to do like scenic and cinematic type of like drawings. But I guess that's probably just not my strength. And they do say you should foster your strengths instead of like trying to make up for your weaknesses. Right? But I want to be I'm greedy in that way, you know. I want to be able to do both. I want to be able to do it all. So here we are. Okay, doing a little bit of cleanup on the hand now. Already 2 hours in. It doesn't look that much different, does it? Yeah, as I said, this is a yapping session. I just need to clean up here and there. Be a little rough with it. I know that I'm a little prone to over-rendering. Even though I thought I knew what it meant to over-render. And I was actually... When I was younger, I would kind of like condemn my like older schoolmates. Not schoolmates, but like college mates, basically. Because like some also fell into that thingy, but like in a really bad way, in such a way that they're like all of their like drawings lost liveliness, and it was just like very smooth portrait like this, right? It just like looked really amateurish, but they would be much older than me, right? So I'd be like, at that age, why are you not better? Man, I was such a mean... Honestly, I think I had such mean thoughts. Yeah. I'm like constantly thinking to myself, happy thoughts, be nice, be nice. It's like, I'm honestly... I wonder how people can be so kind. For me, it's always like an effort to be nice. Like, not in a... No, that's not a lie. I'm not constantly thinking of like how to be nice, but like... Sometimes it's like a conscious effort. And I feel like it's like... no. I feel like kindness always gets sold as this thing that comes to people naturally. Does that make sense? It's like... People are always inherently nice or something like that. And I feel like sometimes I'm not inherently nice. So I feel bad that I have to make a conscious effort for it. But then also one of my schoolmates, like college mates, I asked them once, like, because he's really, really kind and like forthcoming and stuff, I'm like, how are you like so nice and stuff? And he's like, oh, it's because I'm like, I want to be a kind person, so I'm like making an effort to be as kind as I can be. And honestly, I thought that was like really admirable. So yeah, I don't know. At that point, I thought it was like okay to make an effort to be nice, you know. But yeah, I don't know. You still feel bad sometimes because it always feels like it should be something that's natural and inherent in all people. Being a kind person. And then, I'm getting philosophical, but again, this is for me to let out my thoughts, okay? I think also what I don't like. Do I not like it? Let me think about it. I'm not sure if I don't like it. But I think it's something that I don't agree with. I don't think everybody needs to be a kind person. Does that make sense? You know how when people say it costs nothing to be kind, etc. blah blah blah, right? Like everybody should be like nice to everybody else, right? It's like, yeah, that would be ideal. But also no one owes you anything, right? So if someone's like not friendly or nice to you, I don't think it's right to complain about it. Does that make sense? Maybe that's why I'm like a little bit more optimistic, because when someone is nice to me, I'm like, oh, that's a bonus. And when someone isn't nice to me, I'm like, that's fine. Like, I didn't expect you to be nice to me. I didn't expect you to be like helpful and forthcoming. When I ask somebody for help, I'm basically at their... Is behest the right word? But I'm basically at their feet. I'm asking them for a favor, so I can't expect them to be nice to me in a way that I can't expect them to put me first just because I'm in need of help. Does that make sense? So when I see people being like, yeah, so I called because I didn't like I asked the clerk because blah blah, and she was like so snappy to me. She was so snappy to... Oh, I did that too. You know what? I can't complain. I did that too. It was just like very... I don't know. I know people are not owed to me, but it's like sometimes it's not... I guess it's not nice when someone's like snarky and stuff, but it's always like I don't understand how you can like be in a service profession and then be snarky. Anyways. But yeah, like I don't take it too bad. I usually take it as a like observation, like, oh, it's a recurring pattern when someone like there is a stereotype type. If I add a little bit more to this, I think that piece of hair will have a little bit more volume. And then, shouldn't forget to do this. And a little bit of that border effect. Oh. So I can just like make things a little bit more crisp. and stuff. Actually, can I give this a border effect? Ooh. Probably not, but what I can do... I'm thinking about where to place these border effects. I could do it on the highlights, right, like this. And then you just have like very clear shapes for these. Or people also tend to use it, you know, when they do like extra strands of hair. Which I guess makes the most sense in this case. But I do like using it on like shading areas, basically. Like, let's say something like this. It just like crisps up those shapes. But I guess in this case I don't really need it. I just want to add it for a little bit of consistency. So let's see, I'll do the extra strands of hair. Did I do that for Aventurine too? Where is he? Oh. Yeah, that's not the right size. Let me... Can you zoom in more? Hello? No, I didn't. I just added the strands of hair, huh? I did do it for Nobara though. Give me a second. I do have her drawing too. I don't know if I want to take that with me, but I don't think... Because she doesn't look like... Like, it's kind of hard to recognize her. Oh, I did do it on the highlights. Interesting. Never mind, I was wrong about myself. Wow. I guess I'll do it. I will add it to the highlights. I have permission from myself to use it on the highlights. Let's take this color and then make it a step darker. And then I'll just trace. I said the word trace. Oh! Okay, I'm getting political right now, but I was just thinking, okay, something just came to mind. Trump's assassination attempt came to mind, okay? This is crazy. I think it's been decided. You know, I'm not a fan of Trump, okay? But that man's actually crazy. Like, the way he just, like, stood back up and was like, here's the first! I'm like, oh, damn. Yeah, he's won the election. Like, it's over. It's over. Honestly, I don't know if it's deserved, but no, yeah, they're all crazy. And then also, like, the pictures that were taken, like the one with the American like flag in the background, like the blood dripping on, that is like, you can't make that up, I guess. It's like, yeah, I don't know, man. That is pretty metal. Yeah. And he's like, oh, I'm gonna stand up, I'm fine, blah blah blah. But also, like, all of the details of the assassination, like the fact that, like, he would have been dead if he didn't turn his head around at that moment. Yeah, I don't know. Also, like, the Secret Service kind of messing up, and like right now the Secret Service is under the, like, Biden administration, right? So it's like, it's not a good look for him. it's not looking good. And then yeah, and then like Biden, he's not the most eloquent speaker. Honestly, sometimes I still think, I'm like, man, I kind of want Obama back. He was like such a good, well-spoken person. Yeah. And I'm not a fan of like the way Donald Trump talks either. But it's like, at least he's able to rally people. Does that make sense? Not gonna lie, we've had crazier president struggle attempts. I guess so. I guess this one's just like the most recent. Do you have an example though? Because like I'm not really, like clearly I'm German, so we only get like the crazy news, but I'm usually not really up to date with like politics and stuff. It's just like so interesting to see. I'm glad I'm not in politics. I heard it's like such a messy industry to be in, yeah. And I did hear that it is actually as corrupt as people say. Like sometimes I'm like, yeah, you know what, maybe it's just like the upper echelon and stuff. It's like, nah. Even the most simple people, like they do like office politics and stuff, and it's like, wow. What a nasty, like no, yeah. I wouldn't want to be there. Apparently, like the medical field as well, it's like very nasty. I heard that like just like from a friend who's like studying medicine. She's like, she was considering being like, maybe I should start studying art, because just like I like the environment is so toxic and nasty. Honestly, I don't really want to be there. And I was like, bestie, you can't just switch over to art right now. It's like the art industry is might be better, like more like I don't even know if it's better morally, but you will be anxious. You will never have like a safe and how do I say it? Like you probably like the chances are really low to have like a safe and secure job, basically, right? Unless you know how to market yourself, and most people don't have this like business mindset. So even as an artist, like you have to operate like a business, basically. Like you need to know how to market yourself, how to like create a brand, etc. There's that stuff like it's not just like happy drawing and stuff. What people think, like people that are not like artists and stuff. And I think that's also why, like I just noticed like in that like friend group, like where most of my friends are like academics and stuff, I think they just like, I don't know if they consciously do it or if they do it unconsciously, but it's pretty clear that they look down on my profession and don't take me seriously, because like all I've ever done was draw, basically, to them, and they're like, well, it's just like a hobby, and she turned it into a job, but it's not a real job, right? So your opinion doesn't matter, or like not like that, but it's like it's just like it's very apparent that they don't understand my profession, and they think I'm just like having fun all day. I'm not taking this seriously, because maybe it's because I also want to be like a positive person, have a positive outlook on stuff, and they're just like very serious. Yeah. Anyways, Theodore Roosevelt. Oh, I've heard of that one. Got shot and just shrugged it off and kept going with his speech. Oh, I think I've heard of that one. Yeah, that's crazy. Got saved by the folded speech in his pocket. Wow. Wow. America, the land of the guns. It's so interesting because it's like this like the Second Amendment kind of thing, and the you know, the like the people are so adamant on keeping guns and stuff stems from this this sense of distrust in the government and stuff, right? because like a lot of governments can turn like tyrannical and stuff. But yeah, again, wasn't my best subject in school. In fact, it was my worst subject. Politics and history were my worst subjects in school. I think I actually had failing grades in my last 2 years. But the thing is, like apparently, like you can kind of like delete some grades off of your like final grade sheet or something. So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna do that for those. so like my last 2 semesters of just like history and politics, because those were mandatory, so I had to take them. I didn't raise my hand, I didn't participate, I didn't do my assignments, I just failed them. I was like, yep, please delete these grades. It was fine. I don't know how we're getting like, how I'm getting like off the hook with that. That's why I'm saying like, I don't know, German education isn't that great, to be honest. Maybe it's just like my state, basically my Bundesstaat in Germany, but it's like, yeah, I don't know. I basically, since I'm living in Berlin, we're like, Berlin is known for having like bad education, basically, bad education standards. So yeah, I was like, yeah, I don't think you can think you're intelligent if you're just like, if you got good grades in school in Berlin. Like I already noticed the difference when I was when I first moved here in like 5th grade, right? So in my old school, which was like I think I don't know if it was a private school, but it was like it had tuition and stuff, so it was like a pretty prestigious school. And we had English class there, right? And we were only we had the same textbook, right? Because I guess those are standardized. And we were only at like chapter 2, right? And then I moved to Berlin, and over here we were like at chapter 5. Basically, we were like way ahead. Yet I was still the best in English in class, because it's just like, I don't know. Maybe they were more lenient, or they didn't really care that much about the students over here because there's like more people and stuff. But yeah, the quality in the education was just like worse. Maybe it's just like yeah, maybe it's just like the difference in school. But who knows? All right, I'll do that. I think this might be. Oh no, never mind. Forgot about this part. And then I'll just clean up these spots. And then I think that's it for Han Soo-young. Soo-young. And then I'll move over to, you know, one thing that I'm a little bit worried about is kind of like this part of her neck. Kind of like, I don't think I did great with this, like with the collar of her shirt. I might have to pull it down a little bit more. This looks kind of correct, I guess it's fine. And then, oh, this line needs clean up. I want more texture. I think it's fine for now. Nice. I think that looks good. I wonder if I can add a little bit more color to the... Oh, I didn't do that for her. I do have a little bit more of like a reddish tone. Like a highlight over here. On Dokcha. Man, drawing details is actually kind of fun, huh? I can see how people can get caught up in drawing detail. Because that is fun. Kind of like this. Maybe we can go a bit darker too. And what, that's like one day. Maybe I want to practice drawing different styles of eyes, but I think I'm starting to get used to this style and I think I'm starting to like it. With this somewhat like matte kind of thingy. Doesn't need to have too much depth or like sparkliness. Just a little bit more efficient, I think. I guess technically it would be on this side. I think that's fine. Okay. Okay, this Han Soo-young. And then, ooh. Kim Dok-cha. The man, the legend, the little devil. Okay, let's see. So I think I do want to clean it up a little bit more. Oh, why is it so dark? Ah, okay, because of that. So basically, for this guy, it needs to be like this, right? And then I'll just merge it. And then I'll thin out a few spots here and there. Do this. Brighten up things here and there. Now Han Soo-young is my, like, first he was my benchmark drawing, but now it's Soo-young. Is it Soo-young or is it Soo-young? I don't know. And then for Dok-cha we can have like light coming in from that side as well, right? But for now, I'll just keep this dark. Well, maybe I'll just keep this, and then what's this? Oh, I merged the two. And then I think later I can even do like a thing like this where there's just like a strand of hair facing up like that, but yeah, we'll see. that's a bit cleaner. Cleaner is not a word, I think. It's a bit more clean. Okay, and then I should be able to do the same thing where I just like merge things down slowly. I'm not sure if I'm a fan of this hand, but I think it'll be the best that I can do right now. So turn these back on. What's this? Oh, his eyelashes. Okay. And then what's this? Oh, skin. Okay. Cleaning this up. Oh, my little brother, he brought me some ice cream. Maybe I'll grab some. Maybe I'll grab some later. And then when you brought it to me, he was like, I always feel so good when I bring you food. I'm like, well, because you feel like you're providing? He's like, nah, I feel like I'm a family man. He also said that he started to, like, what's it called? Baby fever? He's starting to get the baby fever thingy. Oh yeah, when we were at, like, my dad's place and stuff, so one of his stepchildren, basically, like, the older ones, they had a kid. They have a kid already, and my brother was looking at him, he's like, man, I'm the baby fever. The baby fever is strong. Well, the kid was cute. It was also really interesting to see how loving the other kids were, right? Because they're like also like, I don't know, like 14, 15. I think back at that age, I had no love for children. I wasn't like mean to them or anything. Well, people said I was mean, but maybe it's just my tone. But it's like, I don't know. I didn't adore kids in the same way I do now. Right now, I look at kids, I'm like, oh, that's cute. I didn't have that sense before that. And same goes for my brother. So it's just like really interesting to see how different these two are, and like how loving they are to their, like, I think nephew, I guess. Right. And then I guess I could also do maybe this type of shadow. And then alright, so I did a little bit of detailing, and then what's this? Oh yeah, this is the original sketch. I think even the original sketch turned out pretty nice. I kind of like how gritty the original sketch is though. And I think I kind of want to tone down this hand though. I think I know what it is. It's because it's like the knuckles. The knuckles were like even in the sketch, so you couldn't actually like really see them. But now you can see the knuckles more, and even though like I even used like a 3D model just to like position it and like have proper reference, but I don't think it's like the vibe that I want to go for. And so the shading on the hand, it feels a little flat. Does that make sense? It kind of makes his hand look like too flat when it should be kind of like this. Does that make sense? It's like it needs more. I think it needs volume. It would have been easier if he had like a glove or something. Right? It would be easier to communicate that. But I don't think he has. I don't think he's the type to wear gloves. Or like even a sleeve like this. I think that would help too. But he doesn't have that, so I would have to. I need to communicate that with my shading, and just like it's just really hard to do for me, just because I'm not very good at communicating form right now. So all I can do is maybe cut it off at this point. Like this maybe. I wonder if I should move this knuckle down a notch and then move this up a little bit. That does look a bit weird. I think the gesture was just like much more clear with the sketch, basically. But once I like actually tried to draw it out, it didn't make sense anymore. Right, hold on. Let me try again. You know what? Maybe a little bit of time has passed and maybe I have like a better idea of it now. Right, so basically it's the finger that's raised. And then you would have it go like this. It would fan out. But the thing was that like the perspective of the pinky didn't make sense. Right? So all of this would be nice and stuff, and you'd have the palm over here. But then also like the length and everything, it was messy. Right, so kind of. I didn't even know where to put the folds, or if there even were folds. Because there should have been a fold, but it's like this way, so it's kind of like hard to see, I guess. Right, and then you kind of end up with this mess. And then suddenly, like, his pinky looks so fat. Meanwhile, his palm doesn't make sense, right? So I'm like, I don't know what happened. Maybe I just need to pick it apart and find out which section looks correct, I guess. See, this is where it would be nice to have someone with like the type of fingers that I like. Oh, maybe I should get myself one of those like models, those hand models or something, so I can like make my own references. I do have hands, but mine are really like flat and thin. They're like too feminine for these. Alright, so yeah, do you see this? It's kind of weird. Like this, yeah, it's just a mess overall. Maybe the knuckle should be, yeah, I'm just making things worse. I think what I can do though is focus on getting this like a similar shape, right? It's kind of like this, right? Which means this is important, and then this slope is important. It's how you usually do studies as well. If you have like a pose, right, you kind of like look at the contours. I can't do it right now. I don't have anything where you're supposed to outline the shape, the overall shape first, right? And then you basically enter the body and carve out the other spots, kind of. So we have like legs and stuff, and then you'd carve away. Yeah, I can't describe it. Anyways, so whoop whoop whoop. That's important, okay? Which it doesn't do. So this part is not strong enough. Right? This needs to be bent a little bit more. So it feels more like this. And then I think I just need to move this knuckle up front and then move this knuckle back a bit, right? And obviously there's a knuckle over here, but should be a bit higher up. And then I guess maybe I'll have to move the finger back. No. It looks so. Why do his fingers look so thick? I think the gesture is a bit more clear. But the perspective on the knuckles is worse. I guess this, you don't even see this one all that much. And then this one's basically perpendicular, but it should be somewhere around here. And that's just finger. And then maybe I'm dragging out this thingy too much. It should be like a... They say it should be like an H shape. But because of the perspective, it kind of turns into a triangle. Like this, maybe? Wait. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Like this, and then wait, I think this is looking better. I think this is looking better. Am I finally able to draw the hand that I wanted to draw? This is like the third time I redrew this hand. I also think that the palm does indeed need to be a little flatter. I wonder if I can take some of the other stuff, of the other fingers. Can I center this? It is already centered. Okay, and then no. Oh shit. Wait, did I do it? Did I do it? I think I did. I think this is what I wanted. I think this is the hand that I wanted to draw. Okay, okay. That's good. That's good. Let me turn off the... What's this? Okay, wait, I can just turn this off. Turn off the color. Turn off this hand. And then... Wait. Oh, there we go. This, move this down. I think the only thing is that the hand is a bit too small. But yeah, this was the hand before, and then I fixed it. Yeah, I think I fixed it. I think I fixed the perspective. Maybe I'll make it like bigger and to like this direction. How much? Like how much bigger? 5%. 5% sounds good, but this one needs to be bigger too, I think. That finger looked a little bit too small for his face, his hand. Oh no. Okay. I think I kind of like the way I did this finger. Maybe I'll just like patch it onto it. Delete this. Oh, like this, I think. And then, wait, hold on. Sharpen it a bit. Ah, yes, the part every artist loves doing hands. Yeah, yeah, the struggle, it's eternal. Do I skew it? Skew it? Oh, I think that's it. Now I think it needs to be bigger. It's just like the perspective of this one right now. Wait, hold on. So there should be like a curve, kind of. I think this gesture is better this way. I'll just like... Yeah, I'll keep this one. And I'll just like draw on the nails and stuff, and then it'll be fine. And I'll just like add a little bit of ambient occlusions so this shape is a bit more clear. And then the hand up a little bit more so there's a bit more overlap over here. And that means yeah, the finger is way higher. This finger. What's it called? The index finger. I wonder if I make it a bit smaller like this. It doesn't need to be that high up. And then I can just like hide the corner maybe. Somewhere around here. It might look a bit awkward though. What if I just... Oop. Then I think... Okay, you know what? Like this, maybe? You know what? I think that looks fine, yeah. I like that part about the hand. I like the knuckle that I did. So I'll just, oops, take that, place that here. And then color it in like this. And then we'll have to color block it. Oop. Oop. See, this is why it takes so long at drawing, because I haven't done my hand studies. I haven't done anatomy studies. So I'm just like trying to construct it from imagination. Which is why I struggle doing art, because I haven't studied. Do your studies, everyone. You don't need to struggle. You can make better art faster without struggling. Oh, I shouldn't do that. I'll take this, with this color, and take this brush. And a little bit of shading over here. A little bit over there. And then I also have to fix this. Then grab some of this color, and then I'll just paint over it. Colored rim look is always really nice and fun to do. Oh yeah, and then I can just like merge it again. Oh wait, no. Oh yeah, no, wait. I can merge it. And then for this hand, just like detailing where the knuckles are and shading them a bit. And then also giving a little bit of like shadow where the flesh meets. Flesh meets other flesh. Kind of like that. And I guess giving a little bit of, I don't know what to call this, like a shadow, a knuckle shadow. It kind of just like describes the volume. Of the hand. I think that works. Just need to make this a bit darker. I can correct it later. I'll take it. Alright. Did I forget? I did forget something. Needs a bit of like shading from this. I also forgot to do the rim. In this pod. The thing is, maybe I don't like this over there. Maybe just. Yeah, I think that's better. And then add a bit more over there. And now I can think I can merge. It's past midnight. It's the gradient map. There we go. So okay, copy. I'll just go down the line. Paste and merge. Alright. Nice. Alright. Now to the fun part. See, I think this is where I should have them side by side. Wait, let me do it on the other side because I'm lefty. Can have this a bit smaller for reference. You know what? I'll put the Yu Jun hook down here for you to gaze at. And this is for color picking. See, this is what I mean. I want a bigger. I want a bigger tablet screen because Let me just outline my hand, okay? I'm drawing on his face that is like this big, okay? This is where my hand this is where my hand is at, okay? It's like this is literally the palm of my hand. That's how big my hand is on the screen, okay? Like it. Yeah, wait, hold on. Where's my literal palm? Yeah. Can you? I can't. Oh. This. Oh. I'm doing the thing that you did as a kid, where you put your palm on the paper and then you just like drag your pen around it. Basically. This is where my hand is at, okay? I've returned momentarily to check in and see how things are going. Welcome back! I think things are going well. We've got Han Soo-young on this side. I think she turned out great. Yeah, I don't know if you can see the detail over there. It was really fun. And I'm gonna do the same. I'm gonna give Kim Dokja the same treatment as Han Soo-young. Though I do feel like he does need, like, I need to make the details a little bit like smaller on his side. Because things are like a bit too grouped on his end. So he probably needs a bit more work than Soo-young. Okay, where's this the paint over level? I need to catch up on ORV. What chapter are you at? I'm at like the Murim arc, so. The Sword Master arc, basically. It's, yeah. I'm at like chapter 243 in the novel, so I'm not too far in. So yeah, currently I'm a fake fan, okay? I'm drawing, I don't even, yeah. I'm drawing him with devil ears. I guess now he would need like from the webtoon, he would need these like ridges on his face. I could add them. I'm after he finishes the small planet in the manga. I have to pick the novel back up. Oh damn! That means I'm further ahead than you. Shit. I'm way further ahead than you. Yeah, wait. So much stuff happened. Yeah, I'm scared to catch up, so I'm lagging. It's not that bad. Honestly, it's not that bad. We just entered like a pretty rough patch, but it's not that bad, honestly. What if I should give this whole side of him the blue tint? I feel like I should keep it to the left side. And then let me grab this color. Oh. I don't know if I should put it over here. It feels like it feels a little strong. You know what? Maybe I'll start off with this part. It doesn't need to be a paint over. Just add a little bit of detail over here. Just a bit of texture, you know? Now, once I start the novel, I'll probably get through a lot in like 5 days. Yeah, that makes sense. Funnily enough, I think I'm kind of fucked. It was, yeah, I had a hard time. I have a hard time getting through the novel, I think. I don't know if it's because I don't know if it's hard to read. I don't think it is. It's just that let me just copy this. I think maybe I'm just like not interested in this arc specifically, maybe. Or the new characters that were introduced, I wasn't too interested in them. Maybe that's it. Okay, right. I'm so glad I can do him justice this time. I think he feels like Kim Dokja right now. Not like in the webtoon or anything, but this is what I think I imagine. This is like the vibe I imagine him to have. Okay. Yeah, I like that one. Sorry about that. Do you sometimes is it just me getting generate when you're an artist? Sometimes when you do something good, you're like, maybe it's just me. Don't go. Don't be scared off. It is a rare occurrence, okay? This doesn't happen often. Doesn't happen on a regular basis. Okay, and then for this one, I'll change the effect. See, I still don't know why this happens. So if I click with the mouse, right? If I color pick with the mouse, it gets me the right color. If I color pick, I think I know. I know why. It's because of the, like, if you press on a thing, it does like this effect. And then it registers the color of that effect, and that's why. It lightens up the color. Oh, that's so weird. Okay. Well, just a little bit of texture by doing this.
I don't want to add too much. Maybe just like, I feel like he needs a few strands here and there, but it's really easy to go overboard with it on him. Especially with the horns and stuff. Okay, I think, yeah, I shouldn't forget that I wanted to do this thingy where he had like bounce light on this side. I just need to shape it a little. Yeah, I like that. Maybe I just want it just a tiny little bit darker, maybe? Like that. And this one... Wait, hold on. Do this, I'll do that, and then I have them ready for comparison. This seems brighter. Makes sense. There's a lot more like light shining on her. It's a little bit more. It's a bit darker on him. But I think what I haven't done yet for him. I think I can brighten this back up. Oh, eh? Okay, wait. This color, and then I'll go in and take this blue, and that's what I haven't done yet. It's like giving him some like edges basically. It just needs a little bit of cleanup. Oh, I guess I do use a lot more blue on her. Oh. Yeah, it is really easy to just like use blue, I guess. Alright, Mitsuna. How was your grinding session? Are you winning, son? I got grease on my shirt from grinding. You fell asleep playing Project Sekai? So I didn't get far. That's funny. I think I'm fine with this eyes like that. I don't think I need to change a lot.
I think I need a change of pace. The Bottomy Corporation soundtrack. The reason my shirt is from something I just ate. That's nice. What did you? Was the food good? Good? Was it good? What you ate? I don't think I can brighten up anything over here. Maybe I can add like a strand of hair. Somewhere around here. I think I'd have to separate it and then like manually place it in a spot where it looks good. If I flip it. I think this could work. And then do this. And then get rid of this part. This as well. But I'll read your stuff in a bit. It was. My mom cooked some random meat that had been sitting in our freezer that was probably something my oldest sister had. It turned out to be beef. It turned out to be beef. Beef is nice. Beef is delicious. Yeah, that's fair. My mom would, like, back when I was small, my mom would make this beef dish where she'd have like fried potatoes with it, basically. So she'd fry potatoes and then she'd like saute, like stir fry the beef, and then she'd add in the potatoes, right? With scallions and stuff as well. My brother and I would, instead of fighting for the beef, we would be fighting for the potatoes because the potatoes would like take on the flavor of the beef and they would be so good. So my mom, like at some point she would make like a lot more potatoes, extra potatoes, just so that we could eat them with the beef. And I think, like, from my parents' point of view, that must have been like ridiculous, no? That my brother and I would go for the vegetables instead of the meat, because the meat would, like, in their eyes would be much more precious. Like, my mom would tell me stories about how she would get up at like 1 a.m. or something to go to the, like, I don't know what it was like a market or something, right? So she could pick up her share of meat for the week, right? So because my mom was like from a good house, basically, because her parents were like academics and stuff, they would have like privileges and stuff. So she'd get like 500 grams of meat per week, basically, for the family. So she'd like line up to get the good parts, you know, in hopes it wouldn't like run out and stuff. That's what communism is like for you guys. You have to line up to get your fair share of protein. So yeah, it was like a very precious resource. Yeah, my dad even, so when he like
came to Germany and he had like an abundance of like meat, like access. Like he had access to so much more stuff. He loved to eat pork belly, okay? He loves to eat pork. Honestly, my dad is so cute sometimes when you hear like stories of him. He's so right, so he loved to eat pork belly, and like my mom would obviously make it for him. But it went like so far that my dad had to like abstain from eating pork belly for like quite a while because his cholesterol became so high. Like his cholesterol went so high that it wasn't like good. So they were like, yeah, no more pork belly for you for quite a while. And my dad was like so sad. Yeah, we always, like, every single day we would have meat on the table. So yeah, I grew up like very well fed. And my mom said the beef was probably the bad cuts. Oh, I see. Yeah, it like also it's like every cut needs to be prepared differently, so it's probably it's hard and stuff to do. And cooking is like such a cooking is an art. I don't know if it's an art, but it's like it does take a lot of knowledge. Honestly, everything takes a lot of knowledge. I'm always amazed at how much knowledge we as like a race, like as humanity have, you know? Like if you think about it, you can learn so much about one single discipline and still have no fucking idea what is going on, you know? Like somewhere else. Alright, I think the only thing that I'm like still a bit bothered about is like this section right now here. Okay. What is this? Oh, this is the paint over. Shit. Just like, so this just needs a little bit of cleaning. I don't know if it needs cleaning, but it kind of like... It looks a little out of place. Because it feels a bit messier. Or maybe this part is just like too dark and there's nothing going on over here. Or maybe there's too much going on. Who knows? Okay, wait, hold on. Can I take this? Nah, I'll just try out some different shapes. I think this is fine. I'll just go overhead. Oh yeah, by the way, new Honkai Star Rail update live stream. I am... What's his name? Jing Chao? The fox guy? Safe skip for me. Very safe skip. Yunli, the kid, also safe skip. I'm going for the... Yeah! I mean... He's so pretty. Yeah, he is pretty. But I'm not really impressed. Like, I don't think I'll... Yeah, I don't think I'm impressed by his like gameplay style. Same with like Yunli. And I'm more interested in Fei Xiao. Okay, hold on. The other fox lady. But she's like, I think her splash art is nicer than her than what her model is going to be. Honkai Star Rail. Oh wait, give me a second. I also need to collect my dailies. Where is she? Oh, and also, like, I'm really... Wait, what? What's this? Wait, what? What do you mean Star Rail and Fate Stay Night? Wait, what the fuck? Oh my god, this...
I'm legit chilling and Ben heard she was skipping the male wife. Like, huh? I mean, yeah, he is a male wife. He's kind of cute, but it's like I'm not into him enough to go for him, right? So I'm like, I'd rather skip him and maybe build a DOT team later. Yeah. Oh, Jiao Chu. He is really pretty, but he's like, I don't know. I guess he's not my type. And he's like DOT, which is like, I don't have any teams. Technically I would need him, I guess. But my teams are not built for him. So he's like too much of an investment. I'm looking forward for Mose though. He, first of all, he's hard, but also I hope he's edgy. Like, I mean, he is edgy. You look at him, you already know he's edgy, but I hope he's like awkward edgy. Does that make sense? Where he's so over the top edgy that it's like comedy. Or he's got like a cute side to him. I don't know. But yeah, I'm looking for this general, the one with the bayonet. Blade gun. I don't even know if it's a blade, but they say it's a gun. Yeah, this one. Oh. Sure. Open image in your like, look at her! I'm going for the girls. I rarely go for the girls, but this one, I like her. I like her art a lot. The pose, the banner, the perspective, that's so nice. She's so cool, right? Yeah. Man, I love this art. Right, so compared to that, also Mose also looks like a 5-star. He looks like he should have been a 5-star, kind of. But yeah, for both of these, I'm glad that these two kind of like come in a pack. Wait, do they? I think so. I think so. He should be on face shows, Benna. Hopefully. Yeah, he kind of looks like he should have been a 5-star. But he's not, which is good for me. I missed 4 days, can you believe it? I wasn't a very good Star Rail player. Also, by the way, I actually really enjoy the what's it called? The Candy Crush kind of thingy. To play, I keep winning. I'm just too good at it. Keep getting first place in the co-op rounds. Yeah. Maybe that's why I like it, because I keep winning. It's fun when you win, you know? Yeah. He doesn't have a lot of incentive for me. Jiao Chu. Are you gonna go for him, Ace? Do you have enough Primogems? Right. And now I think I'll like paint in a little bit of detail over here. Let me grab one of. Oh yeah, her skin is like way more grayish compared to his. I'll just add a bit of gray. Dang it, I guess technically I would have to add it over here. I'm not sure if I like that. I don't even play August Star. I just love the designs, Lamar. That's fair. That's fair. Also, like I was thinking of playing Wuthering Waves again, especially like I saw the guy with the brown hair. He's so pretty. He's so pretty too. But then also it's like Wuthering Waves is too much of a commitment, I think. It's like too much of a pain to play it if it's like open world and stuff. It does look great, but my PC can barely run it. Yeah. It's a bit unfortunate. Even though I was like so lucky to get the general and stuff. And then also like, I don't know, the story didn't hook me. I mean, I skipped most of it. Obviously it's not gonna hook me, but yeah. Yeah. It's a bit GPU hungry. GPU? It was fine for my GPU. It was just like, it was actually like CPU and RAM for me. I didn't have enough. Yeah, I don't know. Story got so much better in 1.1. Well, that's nice. Yeah. Also, like, since it's like it has the same issues with me as with like Genshin. There was like so much going on. Even like with all of the artifacts and then different like systems and stuff. It's just like something that I don't have the time to commit to. I bet I'll be playing it when I'm like, I don't know, 50 or something, and I'm like retired. I'm like, all right, now's the time to play the games that I couldn't play back in the day. But they'll probably like end service or something, and I'll just have missed it or something. Yeah. I think it's really dangerous that I'm like the collector type of person. So I'd probably just play it just to collect the handsome boy characters, and then I wouldn't even play. Just there to collect, and then don't touch it. Oh, a friend of mine did say that Zenless Zone Zero's gameplay is more fun than Withering Wave, so... Which is interesting, because I've heard, like, other stuff. I heard, like, wasn't there, like, a YouTube video of, like, a guy who's like, oh, I quit Zenless Zero. Zenless Zone Zero. It's only been, like, 2 days. He's like, oh, this is why I'm quitting it. I think, Connor, CDogVA, also posted a video, and he's like, Zenless Zone Zero is everything I ever wanted in a game. So yeah, it's like, interesting. Very mixed reactions. That might be Hoyo bias, lol. Could be. It does look great though. Like concept, like Hoyo was really good with like concepts and just like art and design in general. They're like so on point. Like they're really good with like art direction, that's for sure. They have like a vision and they just like fully commit to it, and they're just like really effective, I think, with their design decisions. Obviously it's not perfect, but it's like very high quality, I think. Just from what I've seen from my project, like there's like one person who has like a vision, right? Who had like had like a strong vision, but it's not coming like together quite as well as I'd hoped, right? Just because of, yeah, I don't know, like inexperience, maybe. So yeah, I'm just like, and I don't really have a good idea of what could be improved either. So I'm just like adding stuff to make the fidelity nicer, basically. I wish I could be an art director, but I don't think it suits me as a person, being an art director. Because I, as I said, like I don't think I have this like sense of... I don't have this sense for trendiness. It's always been that way. Even with like fashion and stuff. Again, like my mom and my brother were the type of people who are like the fashionable. They were the fashionable members in the family. No, I shouldn't do this. And my dad and I were like the unfashionable ones. My dad and I are the type of people who learn from experience, right? So we buy a piece of clothing, we try it on, and then we see if it fits us or not, if it looks good or not. Meanwhile, my mom and my brother, they see like pieces of clothing and they're like, oh yeah, I can pair this with this one and that one, and like I could go for this look, and they're like creative with it, right? Yeah. Wish that was me. Each not me. And then taking this one. Oh. This color. Adding it to the code. I want to add a little bit more of that blue. I wonder if I should go back to the Sooyoung drawing and darken some things. Wait, hold on. Because look at this and look at that. They don't feel that similar. But I think it's because this hand is like has a different like color of shading. What if I take this color and I go over to Hansuyoung? And then I just like warm up this part. Instead of this like grayish blue, I'll go for the more skin toned shadows. And just like warm it up a bit. And I need more games like Lobotomy Corporation. I wanted Lobotomy Corporation Part 2. But they made like Library of Ruina and Limbus Company. It's like completely different gameplay. So it's very sad. Some of that color. And then music is great too. Lobotomy Corporation's music, I mean. But I did hear that the company sucks. There was like this scandal with Limbus Company, where there was like a summer event because it's also a gacha game. And then the character that they released was wearing like a neoprene, like a diving suit, right? And there was like outrage among the like male player base and stuff that it's not a bikini and stuff, and it's like, oh, this has to be like, this was probably designed by a female, and this is like they hate feminism or something, so they were like, oh, this is like feminism and blah blah blah, and then they like, we're gonna boycott the company, and then they found out about like some like a staff member that they accused of like designing this. It wasn't even her, but she had like a comment like 5 years ago or something, where she like celebrated Women's Day or something, and then she got fired for that. Yeah, they were like, I don't know, Korean fan base and like men and feminism, like it's bad. There was like even an idol who got like cancelled because she was reading a book that kind of like got what's it called? It was like not dismissed, but like it was like seen as a feminist book, but it was literally just like an author's biography about what it's like living, like being a woman in Korea or something like that, like living life as a woman, and it would like talk about all of these situations that like a lot of women go through, you know, where it's just like the pros and cons of being a woman basically, right? And like an idol basically got like cancelled for that. I mean, like she's still doing fine because she's like from like big companies, but yeah. That's crazy. I'm back again, but since I keep being pulled away, I'll probably leave again soon. Okay. That's fine, Mitsuno. Thanks for coming back. Like all the time. Very nice of you. Yeah, let's see. Honestly, maybe I don't even... Oh, I think I can delete the overlay. Oh no, I'll just keep it off. Maybe I don't even need this effect that like warms things up. Where'd it go though? Did I delete it? This thingy. Yeah, it kind of looks good without it too. But no, I think I like that. It gives like this feeling of like it's an actual photo, you know? And then for Han Soo-young, I think I need to include the hand in it as well, maybe? Like this, possibly? I think she should get an extra layer for her hand. We're shifted around a little bit. So I'll take this off, and then for this one, I'll paint it in for the hand. And then we can see if I should have lightened up the hand, the shadows on the hand. Like really red over here. I think that does look good though, so now I'll just move this gradient down a bit, eh? Oh no, yeah, I am moving it down. Interesting. You know what? I don't need to move it down, I just... Yeah. Okay, I think I like that. And then I'll add more of the red run of thumb, and then I think that's fine. And let me just grab this color, and then I'll check if her shadows are actually brighter. They're not. That's interesting. I guess, huh. Maybe it's because I gave her a bit of like a different eye color. Maybe it's that. And maybe I should deepen her eye color a bit so it like matches the others. Because all of them have black eyes, basically. Her almost having like gray eyes is probably too bright. I guess I do have to make them darker. If I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it on this level. And then when you and the besties want to take a photo but the building next to you caught on fire? Nah! See, Mitsuna, this is where you're like too young. Though Polaroids are getting back in fashion. This is like a thing that happens like in with like older cameras and photos and stuff. Didn't you know? There's like this
this glare basically. It's just like a flare effect. What do you mean I'm too young? Do you not know this flare? Like, this is just like, this makes things more realistic. It's just like a natural thing. Oh, my message got censored. What do you mean your message got censored? The building on fire thingy? I was more thinking of the idol photo cards. Yeah! Yeah, I know. But there's no building on fire just because there's a little bit of red. It's just like the flare from like, you know, a Polaroid, a camera. It's like, wait, I can make Polaroid photo flare. When it kind of like burns out. When the color kind of like burns out because it's like so bright or something. Here. The light leak, basically. Oh wait, you can't see it. It's like this. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, there's no burning building. It's not. I know the effect isn't great. I'm not drawing it that greatly. But yeah, that's why I'm trying to like not imitate, but just like emulate. That's the word I was looking for. Took a while. Schweren Word. I just wanted to make a joke. It's fine. It's fine. Don't worry. I know it was a joke. I just wanted to tease you. Oh shit. No? Okay, I think this is fine. I'll keep it like this. There is this layer though, and I think I'll take... Is it just that? Okay. Yes, I'll just take this. I'll just color it in. Maybe I just need like a low contrast blue. No, maybe I don't need that. I don't think I need it on this side. And then usually not too much of like I personally don't like adding too much stuff in the like eye area. Kind of muddles things up a little bit too much. Like this? I do like it on this side, I don't like it on this side for some reason. Maybe like this. Okay, yeah. That's good. You're on 12%? That's still fine. That means you still have like 20 minutes left. I didn't get to Yu Jun-hyuk today. I think it's also probably time for me to finish this up. There's one thing that's been bothering me, and it's that there's a little bit too much blue in the shading of this part. Otherwise, let me see. I'll add a little bit more red. Some more redness. To her eyes. Nope, that's a bit too off center. And then also somehow like the shading on his skin seems a lot like warmer than on hers. Let me grab this though. And then where's the paint over? And then I'll just paint over his lips a little. Maybe it's because her smile is a bit brighter and softer. What if I do the same thing for him? Yeah, I think that's nicer. Oh, it's getting a bit late. I don't know for sure when the Prosekai event ends, so I'm gonna leave in a bit. Yeah. Wait. Yeah, the censored message in the server as usual. Give me a second. Yeah, I think I'll leave it at this for today too, so we can both hop off in a bit. Might as well roast marshmallows on it while enjoying the screams of my enemies. Oh, interesting. Yeah, that's fair enough. But I don't know, do you want marshmallows with like the taste of like burnt human flesh? Yeah. No, yeah, probably not. Anyways, oh, I'm actually like kind of excited at how these are turning out. Like there's a Junhyuk. Wait, I'll add him to the club. Look at this. Well, I guess I have to put him in the center. Looks nice, no? I think I'm on a good path. Oh, I forgot to fix up this hand, but it's fine. It's fine. Oh man, you know what? Gradient maps are great. The gradient maps actually really like brought out this like Polaroid film kind of color gradient kind of thing. So yeah, that's great. Yeah, I think I'll leave it at this for today. I'll just chill. I'll play more Candy Crush, Honkai Star Rail Candy Crush. You were getting censored again? Post it in the chat. Don't worry. Next time I'll put on Microsoft David again and he won't censor you. He will let you speak your voice. Oh, to be sandwiched between two hot men. Wait, how does that get censored? Hot men? Oh, maybe it's like hot girls in your area and hot men in your area kind of thing that gets censored. Can you say hot men? Does that work or do you get censored? Oh yeah, you can say hot man. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how the algorithm works, but it sounds like it's advanced. Okay. Anyways, that's it. I'll probably finish up Yu Junhyuk maybe tomorrow or while we are doing movie night or something. Ooh, I'm getting excited to make these into prints and stuff as well. I only wanted these as like photo cards, but honestly, I'll make these into prints too. Sandwich between hot men. Huh, yeah, why? Maybe the O. O to B. We'll figure it out. Alright. Hope you have sweet dreams, Mitsuna. Not of Prosekai and missing the flicks. May you not miss any flick notes. And dream of being sandwiched between hot men, okay? I'll see you on movie night. Bye bye!